What's happening, lads? Before we start this week's episode of the Have a Word podcast, do us a favour, make sure you're following us on all social media. We are at Have a Word Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And on top of that, don't forget to go and subscribe to the Patreon page, patreon.com/Have a Word Pod. Early access to these episodes, an extra episode just for you lot every single week on Patreon. And don't forget those monthly specials, of which there are 40 plus now. They're basically a movie every single month. Patreon.com/Have a Word Pod. Enjoy the episode. It's a belter.
Wag wag, leads. You're listening to the funniest podcast in the game. From the heart of Liverpool, with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl, and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below-the-waist grooming.
Go, Ed. Get on me.
Hello.
Episode 300.
What's mad is, it's actually episode 301 because we've done a bonus episode with today's guest.
Oh, yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
The mental health one cast as a number.
Oh, 302. And a Steph Johnson one.
And an Alfie
This-
one.
303.
And an Alfie one on
And the
Patreon
one we
as well.
deleted. 305.
Woo. And Alfie.
Episode 305.
Well done, boys. And us all the Patreons and specials is probably like episode 600.
Episode 600.
700.
700. We're doing well today.
Welcome.
Well done, boys. Got some longevity on us, haven't we?
I hate that word because I used to think it was longevity and then I found out and I've been saying it wrong for years.
How old are you?
32.
7.
Oh, I thought
37?
you meant like a lot later.
I was joking. Yeah, it should be longevity. Anyway, carry on.
My apologies for a late call-in sick on this week's Patreon episode. For those who aren't patrons, first of all, what are you waiting for? Second of all, I missed it. You had Johnny Bongo as your guest co-host.
Class. My goodness, that worked well. That was a bit of a left
classic.
field pick, wasn't it? And then we just had the time of our lives. No, I mean, it was good. It was good. It was good.
That good.
We were drinking.
I
yeah.
I had a beer at 10:49 a.m., which was pretty fun.
That was bladdered. We had shots. And it wasn't even 11 o'clock.
It's just Johnny Bongo in it. Anyway, are you feeling better?
I've had a headache for 2.5 days, which is too long, innit?
But I will say this, on Saturday afternoon when I saw you in Dublin, you had a number count of how many Guinness you'd had.
Yeah.
And you'd been there, I think at that point, about 28 hours, and we were on to 33 or something.
No, by the end of the night, I'd had 33 Guinness.
Right.
And then I went on to lager and shots.
It's sensible. You're such a sensible
I
drinker.
called him out. But I
You
didn't
know
have
the
to
old
back me up,
rhyme,
and I got
33
beat.
Guinness. What?
I called him out and I got beat by the fucking... These going... No.
You called Dan out. Let's just contextualise it for non-patrons. Remember? So you called him out for being in Dublin and not
seeing
meeting
his
up for
mate.
us for a pint.
Not seeing his best mates, yeah.
Yeah. And going to a town near Dublin. Having a lovely time with your friend,
I get it.
Alan.
So you got to Dublin.
He's your new Uncle Robert, by the way.
No, I'm his.
Oh, yeah.
You're
his.
trying to be the Uncle Robert to young Alan, who's dead sound, by the way.
He is great.
Alan's great.
Good guy.
And we're going to Prague next year. You know? just the two of us.
Yeah.
You and John.
So listen, we see each other a lot, so that needs. Let's contextualize it. That's happening a lot, isn't it? I'm not sure. We're not short of fucking have a word bants and time together.
Oh, sorry. We love you. We just didn't know you.
I love you, and I love you as well. But you know, sometimes you can get too much love. That's a that's a
You can't
fact.
spend too much time with people you love. It's not possible.
I respectfully disagree, and I include my family in that.
We were we were on the Emerald Isle in the greatest capital city on the planet, maybe.
Oof.
They swamped me yesterday, by the way. I had all this, but they swamped me.
Yeah.
You went to Dublin, we were there, and you didn't even tell us you were there. You were like half a mile from where we were, and you didn't even mention it.
Tell us you were there.
No, you didn't
knew
tell
I
us
was
you
going.
got there. I'm here, boy.
No, you told us. You said to us on Saturday, I'm going to Artgarven. I'm going to Artgarven to be Uncle Robert for RL.
That's
right?
what I said. Fact. And he's not even.
And then, but you didn't do that. You got to Dublin and had a full day in Dublin before you went down there gallivanting.
I just went to Gravediggers, and that's not in Dublin city centre. You were in
went as
Dublin
well.
city. Yeah.
And when we were there, what did we do? We left to go and see you.
Oh, you're just nice to be loved more than you love someone, isn't it? It's nice. One-way
All right,
street.
Cool.
It's embarrassing.
We'll start
It's really
before.
sad.
And then I went to Croke Park. Did you have tickets? Oh no, you didn't.
Did you ask us?
No, you didn't want to go.
Didn't even ask.
What was happening at Croke Park?
A tits party.
It was the tits party. It was the interprovincial
You know I love tit parties.
gar tit party. Up the tits, up the
I never
gar.
missed a tit party.
We did, because we weren't invited.
Especially international tit parties. This would have been my fucking happy birthday come soon.
Interprovincial. Leinster and Munster, cracking pairs of tits everywhere. Well known. The best provinces for
Have you
tits.
told them about our taxi driver?
No, I waited for you.
Oh, you missed the greatest taxi ride for all the wrong reasons. So, got an Uber to the Gravediggers. You know that pub that you like? We thought you might be there, so we thought we'd
Nah,
go
no,
out.
No, it was 400 miles away, wasn't it? So,
Yeah.
you know.
So
Such needy bitches.
we went for our lovely breakfast at the Turkish cafe.
It was great.
It was class.
No invite.
We didn't get a Turkish breakfast.
I had to do
but
talk sport. And they were like, sounds really loud, but you're not. Could you get any quieter? I was like, I'm in a cafe in the middle of Dublin city centre. It's either we do it here or we don't do it. And they were like, cool.
Right.
We'll do it.
What was that for?
To mention Zoe's place and to give my predictions for the Liverpool-Chelsea game.
Nice. What was your prediction?
That we'd be all right. And we were.
Yeah.
Um,
Going well, isn't it?
So I got us an Uber up to the John Kavanagh, the Gravediggers pub. And as we get in, it was this Chinese female taxi driver called Tan.
Chan Tang. Shout out Chan Tang.
Chan Tang, right?
Or Tan
I think
Chang.
I've got a
No, it
cushion
was
that
Tan
says-
It was
Chang.
Tan Chang, yeah.
You've got
Right?
to get him right.
We get in, and but like when I say she was Chinese, she wasn't like a second generation immigrant.
Yeah.
She was Chinese.
Yeah.
Right? And she now lives in Dublin and is an Uber driver.
And
right?
I love asking people who aren't from there where they're
You
from.
love interviewing taxi drivers.
I love it. It's one of my
Well,
favourite
people
things
don't
to do.
really think. I think people don't really realise this about me and Carl. You know, when we go off and do our little side quests on the Patreon specials and we're just fucking
Very
idiots.
popular, yeah.
We do that not on camera. That's for us. It just so happens sometimes Will's there to capture it, right? So we're in this taxi. It's me, Jack Finnegan's in the back with me, Carl's in the front, right? And we get in, and Tan Chang, our beautiful, wonderful Chinese female taxi driver,
definitely
she
Chinese,
goes,
yeah.
hello, right? And that's not an exaggeration, is it?
Literally, she was
She goes,
flying.
hello! And I thought, right, this is going to be class. So I went, hello, love. How are you doing today? And it's like 12:15 by this point. She goes, oh, I started at 9:30, and she's not doing this accent, by the way. She goes, I started at 9:30, but, you know, I've had such a good morning. How are you guys doing? And we were like, oh, yeah, we had a really good morning. Been for a little potter, had our breakfast. She's like, oh, that's amazing. We were like, how long have you lived in Ireland? Tan. She's like, oh, I moved here with me fella. And we were like, oh, you fell in love with an Irish guy? She goes, no. I don't mind Westerners, but not as a boyfriend, right?
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
But
Respect.
she's been really like sort of like over the top pleasant and nice. And then I think I figured out a part of her life. I think I found out a little nugget of information about why maybe she left China, okay? Because I think her like father or her sister or one of her children was maybe killed by a blackjack dealer, right? And I'll tell you why I think that. She went for, because I was about to start winding it up. So I said, hey, guess what, Tan? See that guy in the front seat next to you there? He lost 20 grand playing blackjack last night. £20,000, right? And she shut down like I've never seen anybody. She goes, oh, no. And she just went really silent. So we all like,
I was staring at her waiting for the joke, and she was like,
I was like, what do you think about that? She goes, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything about that. And I went, what do you mean? And Carl like tries to sort of run with it. And he goes, yeah, you know, no food for my kids for a few months because daddy went to casino again. And she goes, yeah, straight, like I don't gamble like that. Like I play a game called, and then she mentioned like a Chinese game. She's like, I play a Chinese game called, you know, whatever. And she goes, but like it's 10 cents, 20 cents. Like you might, like if you have a really bad night, you might lose like 30 euros in 6 hours, but no, that's it. And then Carl went, are the banks open on a Sunday, Tan? And she goes, no, I don't think so. And he goes, probably a good thing that they're not, to be honest with you. You know, I've already lost enough. Can I lend 10 grand off you? And she goes, no, you should stop. And then we pulled up at the pub.
it was just not, you're like,
It's a good job she didn't just stop and ask you to leave.
I think she wanted to. She looked haunted.
Right.
I think her dad was murdered by a blackjack player.
She's really worried about your imaginary kids as well, isn't she?
Yes, you're like,
It was weird. And because it was so weird, I just lost it. So I'm like silently cry laughing in the back seat.
I'm trying to pull the thread and she's just cutting it at every fucking turn.
Oh, you killed the vibe.
Yeah.
What was she? Tan was her name.
Tan Chang.
She killed the Tan vibe.
Yeah. She was cool though. Shout out Tan Chang if she's listening.
We got a Dublin taxi driver who was just dead chipper, dead friendly. Rather Dublin, all friendly. How are you boys? All right? Listening to the fucking Liverpool-Chelsea game. And then a Deliveroo driver cut him up and he was very fast to hate crime. Oh my God. Like the guy cut him up a bit and we were like, he was like, the fucking cunt. And you're like, well, that's done now, innit? He stopped in the intersection and wound down. You fucking cunt, you! You fucking kill you! I could have killed you! And then you're like, all right, he's going to move past this. And then just start shouting again. And we're like, that was awkward. Drove past round in front of Trinity College. Apparently there's this guy who's had a Trump flag out there for the last few months, just being a pro-Trump guy. He literally stopped and went, you soft cunt, you! Trump, you fucking cunt! What a cunt! You fucking silly bollocks! And then drove off. You know when you're like, that was exciting. I'd have preferred not to stop in individual places to shout. Listen, anyone wanting to give Trump abuse is great. But you just do as a drive-by. You don't need to stop.
Dan hates
Thump.
Tell me a reason to like the cunt.
Thump.
Lovely hair.
Oh, God.
You worked in Mackey's, didn't you?
Shave that cunt.
Did you see him how obsessed he was about not touching the chips? See it?
He is.
No.
They don't touch the chips. Like
They don't touch human skin.
Because
That's
it is
important.
I thought they did. They don't.
Yeah, in his head, he thought he like stuffed the chips in. And when he found out, he was fucking buzzing. So he told every customer, like, they don't touch the chips. It was so...
Do you know, I love it how he's gone. Let's go. He went to a drive-through, basically.
Yeah.
We'd done the whole gaff. He worked in the kitchen and everything.
Right. And this is his first time in a McDonald's, and that's why he's like mesmerised by it.
Yeah.
I know you. I'm the same as you. Here I am in a McDonald's.
I was wondering stuff like that, me.
Humans, you know?
Does that change your vote?
What do you mean?
Like, 'cause the point of that is to rally and be like, hey, he's one of us, I'll vote for
Well,
him.
he's done that because Kamala Harris
said she had,
has worked in McDonald's. So now he's basically going, well, now I have as well.
And
It's all just
she's been a woman from an ethnic minority, so let's see what he does with that.
Give it a go.
Maybe that's where the fake tan's going. It just, like, to be fair, politicians have been doing that, like, I'm John Everyman thing for ages, haven't they?
Yeah.
Look at me just rolling up my sleeves
did it,
and
didn't he?
getting involved.
And then hid in a fridge. Remember?
On Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
You what?
He hid in the
You
fridge.
don't remember that? He was the vaccine.
Avoid questions and stuff.
Yeah.
He just hid in a fridge and he closed the fridge and like, done now. And just stayed inside the walk-in fridge.
How long do you think I should stay in the fridge?
It's just mental that that's true. And have you seen Trump getting asked what his favourite Bible verse is? It's fucking...
You don't
Does he do
stop
the-
at every bar.
Ask me how one used to ask me.
It's superb. Because, like, they go, you like the Bible, don't you? Big Christian. He goes, oh, yeah, fucking read all of it. And they go, so what's your favourite, like, verse or two? Like, what are your favourites? So he goes, I don't want to get into that. Do not want to get into that. No. I think that's very personal, actually. Like, your favourite Bible verse. And they go, so, like, New or Old Testament? Like, what do you prefer, the New or the Old? And he goes, equal. He's never even opened it once.
No.
It's class.
Neither have I. Except for me had to in school. I've never read the Bible.
I'd like to, though.
No, you wouldn't.
I would like to. I'm not going to, but I'd like to.
The pages are that thin, aren't they? It does me head in.
What?
it in audio?
Sorry, what? Hang on. What?
The pages are that thin.
And that's the reason you've not
yeah,
read the
I feel
Holy
like I'd
Bible?
rip it dead easy.
Oh, this
and
is
that's
like-
got to be sacrilege, surely.
This is tissue paper.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's a load of shite and they all stink as well.
Right,
And
you
they
know
just
you're allowed
eat-
to buy a new one. You don't have to just...
Buying the Bible, it is the most printed thing ever, though. Second is the IKEA catalogue. There's a little bit of nugget of fact for you.
Oh, really? Yeah, but that's cheating, is it? Because they've had loads of different catalogues.
It is, yeah. There's only one Bible, mate. That they sing, innit?
First time on Sunday and shit. There's only one Bible in two arms.
With the papers
New and the old, the new and the old. It's just one lovely Bible.
I think the only time I've read the Bible is to try and find if Ezekiel 25:17 is the
It's
actual
real.
quote from Pulp Fiction.
Is it?
No.
No,
It follows it a little bit. And then I think Tarantino's just had some fun with it.
I realised the other day
Liberties.
that the Prime Minister of 2080 is currently watching Peppa Pig and shitting in their pants, and it tickled me all day.
So that's basically
In the
Jack.
60s.
Yeah.
Could be will he be the Prime Minister?
Oh, we got younger prime ministers now, though, haven't we?
I wonder
Starmer's
if your
62.
Jack will be an elected MP
What?
before I meet him.
Starmer's 62.
He's coming in on Monday.
I know, yeah.
He's coming in.
I'm bringing him £100 cash, by the way.
Can
He's
he
gonna
be
love
on?
me.
Can he be on a shot?
You what?
Can he be on? Just for a minute.
I don't. It's a Patreon exclusive, isn't it? I think we can take a picture. I don't know. Laura's got some weird, ever-changing rules about where
Jack and podcast.
where my kids can be on social media and on
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Patreon special. I don't know. Patreon special. I don't think he's on that for a while. Yeah, he's coming in. I promise. And he's going to say
Adam's going to
hello.
buy him instantly. He's going to bring
Yeah.
like a big truck in for him.
£100. Here's some sweets. What do you want for Christmas?
Does he understand money?
No.
Yeah, £100's useless. Get him sweets.
£1,000.
I'll get that, mate. Oh, I don't understand that.
Oh, $1,000. Etta will just come and move in with you. She gets money. she is into it. She's all about it.
Oh, so you don't know. I mean, we're repeating from Patreon. Etta has worked out that Father Christmas isn't real.
How's she worked it out?
She's been on the dark web. Yeah. She's been buying
The Santa
weapons,
Claus thing is the least of your worries, really.
weapons and crypto. She says she's just worked it out, but she's in year 3 now, so she's gone up to juniors, and it's like being moved to maximum security. Apparently, shit's changed. The vibe's changed.
Yeah, it does,
I think
yeah.
the chat in the dressing room, saying tactics have changed.
Santa's lost the dressing room.
Santa has lost the dressing room. It's so a tooth has fallen out. Fighting again. You know what she's like. She's at the boxing. She just gets into it. Gets a bag of beaks. She just starts throwing fucking haymakers.
That's what you're doing, eh?
Laura's asked me not to talk about her coke problems, but that's how you learn and develop as a person, innit?
First step to admitting you've got a problem is get your dad to admit it on a podcast.
Yeah. Fair, right? The year 3 playground's a different place. They're fucking dealing coke.
Is she sharing with the 11s or they split?
What, the coke?
No, the yard. Because what was ours? Ours was split into 2 yards, but I can't remember the year.
The year 11s? What, the sixth formers?
It was 7, 8, 9, and 10 and 11.
Oh yeah, no, year 11, as in the top.
Pre and post sats. She's in primary school.
School.
She's in primary
Oh,
school.
yes, sorry, she's not year 7, is she? Fucking hell.
She's year 3. She's 7. She's year 3.
Oh yeah, I'm being silly.
Yeah, so it's now
Okay,
year
then
3,
is-
year 4,
Is
year 5,
6
and year 6.
All
Yeah,
in one
yeah.
yard.
Yeah.
She's got the bigger fellas going, hey, Father Christmas isn't real, is he?
And so
She lost a tooth.
She lost 2. She was like, I know, and she just made Laura cry nearly. She was like, I know it's not. I know Tooth Fairy's not real. And I know Father Christmas isn't real. I've worked it out. She was like, has someone told you this? She was like, no, it doesn't make sense. I know that mummies and daddies do it for their kids. So Laura's like, yeah, but you've now, okay, but now you've got to keep the magic alive for younger kids. And she went, I promise I will keep the magic alive. And then paused and went, I am going to want the money for that tooth though.
So sick.
So, yeah, if you bring a bag of sand in for Etta, she'll be well into it.
That's such a bribe. I'm going to want the money for that because,
want me to keep
otherwise,
the magic
I could just
alive?
pop into Jack's room and just have a chat with him if that's what you want.
Nice, no, I see. Yeah. I'll take on the responsibility. Gotta fucking grease my palm.
Dan,
lad.
to what
I've got a
level?
coke addiction to deal with here, lad.
To what level will you play that game though?
What?
What if she's like, hey dad, see that over there, that gift? Yeah, and you're like, no. She's like, oh, Jack. Will you play?
Got a little secret, Jack.
Dad, can we turn the NFL off and watch Peppa Pig? No? Okay. Well, I'm just going to go and play with Jack then.
How young do you think Peppa Pig... Where do you think Peppa Pig ends in your head?
I have no clue, but
Yeah.
Not a...
You're 14. Stop watching Peppa Pig. Get out
Is
there.
she not watching Peppa Pig anymore?
I think she's done with the old...
What's she on
what's
to?
she on to now then?
Frozen.
She's just... Yeah, she likes watching the horse racing. Gambling's another problem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Early? What is it like?
Channel
She likes
4
watching...
horses on.
Yeah, and then Kabaddi. She's a big fan of... I guess reruns of Kabaddi.
Paddy? Does she watch Pokemon?
Did you just do Paddy Kabaddi? Paddy the Kabaddi.
I had to. My brain just let me move faster.
What's she watching? What's Netflix? Why? Yeah, I don't know. You know, Disney make films that are like for like pre-teens and like young people. that I
National
don't
treasure.
think.
Inside Out.
No. That's their. All the money goes on them. Disney also make low budget straight to the Disney Channel films.
Oh, like the equivalent of High School Musical.
Yeah, zombies.
Yeah.
There's a well into them. All of the Pixar stuff and all that. Yeah, that's like when one of them gets released. That's like a main card at the UFC. But there's also cheaper sort of
Have you
like.
seen Bow? The short.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've watched all the shorts.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
that.
Disney Plus, by the way, is a big value get in terms of
I
what
paid
you
for it
pay
for The
for.
Simpsons.
Good selection of films as well.
Yeah.
For the adults.
Been watching Rivals. That's good. Recommend that.
All right.
New series. David Tennant.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch Gangs of London, and I quite enjoy it, but it's sort of losing me a bit. I could do with a few recommendations of what to watch here.
Lost. I'm deep into Lost.
Yeah, you've been saying that, but I struggle to watch the older stuff because I feel like the cinematography's not there.
No, because it's not like it's on an island, so it doesn't really change. It's not like it looks shit.
No, but like I rewatch The Simpsons sometimes, and it doesn't suit a big screen.
Yeah.
They've had to sort of
They've upscaled it.
Yeah,
they've had to upscale it and zoom, and I find it a
It's
bit
2004
weird to
though.
watch.
It's not like jarring.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's great. I'm deep into it. And I've got to finish it. It's got poo, but you got to finish it.
Oh, when
Yeah.
series do that drop off where you can tell the
But
writing's
It was
gone.
like off a cliff. It was like wow, and then it was like, what is going on? You're like, I'm in it now.
I thought about starting The Sopranos last night. I didn't quite get round to it because I'm addicted to my phone. But like one of these days, I'm going to start watching that.
Sopranos is one where I think it gets you straight away.
Oh, I thought it was that slow.
It is.
Oh, hang on. It's not like fast paced, but it's not boring. Sopranos isn't one where you've got to keep going till episode 5.
It just requires your attention. It's from an era of TV where
You have to
there was no other distractions. That's what everyone in the fucking room is watching this.
What do they call it? Second screen?
Yeah.
Second
Yeah.
screen, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mad.
where they're making stuff to be easy to watch because they know people are on the phone.
It annoys you when
The
I'm watching-
Wire is amazing. You have to watch it properly.
Lost the
Otherwise,
same.
you'll be like, who the fuck?
We end up going right. We just been chatting for 2 minutes and we just rewind.
Yeah.
And I go, get off your phone because you're gonna miss something. And I go, who's she? Because back then you had to watch. Now they kind of pepper it with shite, don't they?
I won't do that. If someone starts talking while I'm watching the telly, I just pause it.
No, yeah,
The
but
second someone like opens their mouth, it's like, go on. I'm really like passive aggressive with it. Pause it. Say whatever you want. Great.
Adam, I'm not feeling very good. Finished.
No, go on. Go on, you're gonna puke.
I'm just like, don't talk when we're watching something. Just shut the fuck up. Or I'm pausing it because otherwise we're both gonna have to rewind, and I'm gonna have seen things that you haven't. You're a bit further than that. I'm watching the fucking thing.
But watching stuff together, if you've got a missus or a partner, it is good. It's now there's so many options and you've basically got everything that's on the TV on your phone. It is good to go, hey, let's watch this together.
I will only watch things.
Like House of the Dragon was the thing that we went, right, we're watching this together, we're not skipping ahead.
Yeah.
It is quite nice to have that
Time
time
hates
together.
that with me though, because I'll only watch things with her. I'll never. I'll
Should have your own thing, no. Should have your one.
yeah, but I watch The Simpsons, YouTube stuff. Like that.
No, you should have your one, like something that you.
Oh,
Can,
I had Better Call Saul. That was my
Yeah.
one, but that finished. But like, I'm like, I only watch. I like to watch it with somebody. I like to share. Otherwise, I end up texting somebody or like going on the internet to see what people are saying. I like to talk about it, especially Lost because it's so fucking mad. Don't like watching things on my own really. Like we used to watch Better Call Saul together, me and Steve, because it was week by week, and we got to talk about it.
Yeah, I think that time together as a couple, not on your phones, not on the different couch because you're watching something.
if you could only watch one series forever for the rest of your life, if you could only watch one, and like when you finish it, you can just there's nothing else you can watch. It's just that.
It's got to be a drama then. I can't pick The Simpsons.
What?
Right.
But there's like 40 series of that. Surely that's the best one. You wouldn't get bored
I
of
think
that.
you are doing that anyway, Carl.
There's only like 12 series really, and a push.
Yeah, but if you got
Well, there's only
bored
10
enough-
series of Friends, and it's definitely Friends for me.
Yeah.
Because so Keelan asked me this yesterday, me housemate, and I was like, I know it's Friends because I already do it, and I'm not bored of it. Like if I tried to do it with something else, I might get bored of it. So I've got like the research data that I can do it with Friends.
Even me with The Simpsons then.
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm is great, but I don't know if it's not as light as Friends. Friends is great because it's funny, but it's light, doesn't
And
put
it's
you on the
heavy as
strain.
well.
I cringe with Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is what they're trying for, I suppose.
Seneca can't watch The Office because of that. She's like, I'm cringed. I'm like, you're meant to. She's like, I can't take it. I'm like, that's what I love. But mine would be The Simpsons, which is an obvious answer, but UK Office.
Mine would be Poirot, just to get closer
Office.
to Laura.
It's 12
I
episodes.
know, I'd watch them on repeat. I love them that much. The Good Place as well.
That's a mental answer.
That's fun.
Yeah, but
I've only
again,
watched it
it's
through
it's too much work to watch it.
I've only watched it through once, but I remember it being dead fun to watch.
But that's the point, and you've never restarted it because it's work to watch it. You wouldn't want that to be one of them. Like, that's why Friends and The Simpsons are good answers. Because
What series, if you could delete it from your brain, like Men in Black
do it
style,
again.
and do it again, what would you go for?
I mean, because I haven't watched that many things all the way through, I'd say Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's probably got to be Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. Either one of them.
Breaking Bad, just because you never knew what was coming.
So well written.
My one would be, for that, would be Doctor Who, to see if I was just a child and I'm still trying to hold on to that, or whether I do actually like it. Do you know what I mean?
I just
Do you know there's stuff you're attached
Yeah,
to
it's
as
nostalgia, like Home Alone.
Like if you with your comic sensibilities now deleted Friends, would you still like it as much, or is it a nostalgia
tied
thing?
to your growing
think
up,
you
your
would.
nostalgia.
I don't think you would, but
I genuinely think I would, and I'll tell you why. I think anything that's art, this is a bit sort of a wanky conversation, but like anything that is art should be judged based on what it's trying to be. So I hate stand-up that thinks it's clever, but is actually just in the middle. You know the thing we spoke about a couple of months ago, that like you either like really intelligent comedy or really stupid stuff. Really stupid stuff isn't trying to be anything else. That's why I like it, because it's like, this is what we are trying to do. Often in the middle, it's either trying to be the clever end of silly, and it isn't. It just becomes across as mid. Or it's trying to be intelligent, but the person performing it isn't intelligent enough to do that. So I end up hating it. So I like really clever stuff and really, really stupid stuff. So Friends is very honest about what it's trying to be. It's not trying to be Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's not trying to be like whatever.
It was trying to crowd please.
It's trying to crowd please, and it is really basic, simple jokes throughout most of the episodes. But the characters are actually really well done, and the jokes are just trying to be the easiest laughs there is. And I think it's just trying to be an easily watchable show that appeals to the masses, and that's why I've never got bored of it, because it's not trying to be above what it is. It just is what it is.
That's why it's still shown, and even though it's being outdated, the millions still watch it.
And it was popular with kids as well, because there was a simplicity to it. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to say it was stupid or anything.
We must have been
but
kids
there
when we
was
were
a
watching it.
Yeah.
And on the telly, definitely.
Yeah.
I think Friends came out when I was, what was it,
Started
about
94, was it?
It started in 94. Ran until
Yeah, I was about 13,
Yeah, I
14.
remember the last night, Big Brother started after it.
Whereas
Or Black Friday.
I don't remember watching Seinfeld as a kid at all. But then by the time I was in my late 20s, I was enjoying it so much more.
I've never
It
done
was
Seinfeld.
It was a bit, it's,
Me neither. And I know I'd love it as well.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same thing that I get bothered about with the Edinburgh Festival. When like a reviewer, when Steve Bennett goes and reviews Mick Ferry and goes, it's just an hour of club comedy, 3 stars. It's like, no, well, it's actually at least 4, because that's all it's trying to be. Mick is just trying to do an hour of club stand-up, so it should be judged based on that. He's not trying to be Jordan Brooks or Elf Lyons or someone else. You should judge it based on what it wants to be. Like, you don't get to decide what that wants to be is not as valid as what someone else wants to be.
because it's your personal preference that someone does a really theatrical, heartfelt hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's when reviewers do that. You're like, you're judging everything by that standard of like, well, it's not really a Fringe show. You're like, comedy and the Fringe can accommodate so many different styles of show.
And I think there has been a bit of a switch on that in the last like 4 years, maybe, where reviewers now are doing more what I have just said that they should do, which is judging it based on what it's trying to be. Like, you had a really good couple of reviews off your last show, didn't you? Where people were like, one of the best club comics in the country, come up and he's just smashing it. Whereas the exact same sort of shows that you did a few years before that were getting like similar compliments in the review and then less stars, because it's so fucking stupid. You judge it on what it wants to be, what it's meant to be. Like, I know this is taking it to the nth degree and whatever, but often with stuff like this, you have to take it to its most extreme to see how ridiculous it is. If someone normally reviews horror movies and then goes and sees a comedy and goes, this isn't scary at all, it's like, well, it wasn't trying to be. You can't give it 2 stars because it's still a film.
I mean, why with the Fringe and stuff hasn't there been more of a public review, like the TripAdvisor or the Google thing? Because that's what we judge so many things off, isn't it? If something like a restaurant or a film, like with Rotten Tomatoes with film or IMDb, you go, right, let's see what the masses think. I know that's not the best judgment for everything, but at the Fringe, it's just, why don't we just collate all the custom reviews, and then we'll have a better sense of how good something is, how popular
Would it not
something
be
is.
broken pretty quickly, that?
Just by
People paying for reviews and
Be
stuff?
fans, wouldn't it? Like, are you a fan of my show? I'm going to give me 5 stars.
Yeah.
And then
It's the same with Rotten Tomatoes. That worked for a bit when it was just reviewers, and now it's skewed because any fucker can do
it's
it.
like tune polls on Twitter. If you know what that is. There's a poll on Twitter. There's an account of Newcastle fans, tens of thousands, and they go and vote for the Newcastle one. It's ruined.
It's what we've done with our fans in the past.
It is what we've done with
We've won several awards. Thank you, Lids.
yeah.
300 episodes, boys. It's, good work. Let's have a little break. and we'll
Leave us a
come back with
review
more.
on iTunes, please.
Yeah, leave us a review. In fact, everyone. Just all the Newcastle
Don't follow
fans.
my dad on every socials and YouTube, please. Thank you. Love you, bye.
Whore. Hello, everyone. Now it's time to tell you about mine and Finn's absolute favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped. Oh, I love Manscaped. And they obviously do the best in below-the-belt male grooming.
They keep up in the game.
But they're also doing face grooming now with the Chairman Pro.
And what can you do with the Chairman Pro, Dan?
What can't
I've got
you
it in
do
my
with
hand.
it?
It feels great. What can you do with it?
Now, see, I have been cutting in this goatee that people love. My wife, not so much. But this would be perfect for you, Finn, with your beautiful Welsh Turkish face.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could trim that
So
smooth.
just give it a quick little go? It
Doesn't
works.
that feel exceptional?
It feels really nice.
It's got smooth glide, up to 75 minutes of runtime. It's waterproof. It's got a travel lock, LED spotlight. Basically, up your pube and facial hair game with a product from Manscaped. And also, Christmas is coming. Think about what you're buying the man in your life or the person who shaves their face and balls. Think about what you're buying. Stop buying us shit presents. Go on manscaped.com and check out their wonderful range and have a little look at the Chairman Pro. Use code WORD20 for 20% off and free shipping with Manscaped.
Get it.
How was your first advert? How do you think you did?
It's good, I think.
Yeah, really, really good.
Thank you.
Manscaped. Brian Donde's taking over.
Bon Bishop.
If you enjoy watching the Have a Word podcast every week as a pube, as a public fan, you should sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/haveawordpod. From as little as £3 a month, you get an exclusive episode every Wednesday. You get early release of the video of the public episode, 48 hours early, and all of our specials, a colossal back catalogue of some fucking vintage moments, including Nashville, many a lock-in, the track day, restaurant
Amsterdam,
special,
2 Amsterdams.
the first roast, 2 Amsterdams.
All the quizzes, all the lock-ins, all around the world. India,
The days. Carl
farm
Day.
special, tank special.
Trev says, loving the Patreon special since I've signed up. My question is, if you could go back and relive any of the Patreon specials, which one would it be? And he says, don't say Nashville because that's too obvious. It looked class. Which are the ones that you've enjoyed?
Nashville.
the
Don't
most?
tell me what to do, you big gimp.
Tank special.
That one never went out, Carl, did it?
I'm going to go with Soapbox Day 2, as in like race day.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
good.
Just for the feeling that me and
fucking
Adam shared at the
fun.
end. It was
Yeah.
outrageous. Like that adrenaline.
That day just got better and better. Like everyone's.
I like that
I know
one.
it was class. Everyone's
Two reasons.
enthusiasm for that day or the 2 days just grew gradually. We basically turned up going, oh, look at all these like soapbox goths. By the end we were like,
invite them all to Carl's
"Come on,
wedding.
these guys.
Now we're all Soapbox got.
Someone asked Carl asked us to clean up our area. We were like, fuck, I'm fuming. Fuck off, fuming.
They
I
did do
hugged
my
her at
head
the
in.
end.
They did do my head.
Yeah, our little section looked like a shithole though.
Power
Surprise,
backfield.
surprise.
That's what we do, though, innit? We turn up and we fucking smoke everyone. We don't even try. We're sitting there on the floor drinking beers with a shit old like dog horse thing, whatever it was.
Right, I don't know. You've made up some memories here. We weren't drinking beers at all. We had a carton of water each, basically a can of water each.
Don't know what you're on about, mate. Me and Carl were on the fucking beers all
were
day.
you?
John
Oh,
Smith cans.
Yeah. Oh, you're on the
17 cans of John Smith's.
Oh, and you're all smoking L&B. I remember it now. I've forgotten that. And you had that crack.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. That's why you drove so well, because you're on crack.
Any really nostalgic ones? Like going way back.
By the way, I'm fully convinced that
Ghost
we
on
won that
2
Red
was
Bull
just
race,
sad.
you know.
Yeah, I know. I know how your
it's
head
proved
works.
that they lied about our time, which is insane.
Yeah.
They lied about our time. They had 3.5, 4 seconds onto our
But
time.
you were still 4 seconds slower than the fastest person
How
on the
can
day.
we trust them now?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? As soon as you see one light, what's true?
There's no
Oh.
way anyone went faster than us, mate. We were like a fucking speed train.
We did 15 seconds.
Speed
Like a speed train.
like a speed train.
Any old ones? Ghost on 2?
Ghost on 2, he was so sad.
good though.
People love it. But there was one point when he was just like, I'm just trying to get through it. I was like, oh, God, I'll try and take up the slack.
The edit was shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
Being there was great, and then you watch the edit back and you're like, Will, are you all right?
Well, the first Ghost Hunt, cameras had been invented about 4 weeks before. So, you know, when these go, and here's the first picture ever taken, 1840.
So long ago.
I'd go for. I loved the Laura's Gone one. That was my first proper time in a studio, and that's been like bit of podcast history.
So for
we
anyone
made
who's
that
new to the
day.
pod, because we've got like new fans now, and there'll be people who are tuning in just today for Jamali. So once a month we do a Patreon special, so it's exclusive to Patreon, never goes out publicly. Although we might put one old one out publicly next year to show people what they're missing out on, like a really old one. But we and it can be anything. Sometimes we get drunk in here and we do a lock-in. We went to Nashville for a week, vlogged it all. We went to Amsterdam twice and vlogged that.
Spain.
Yeah, oh, I forgot about that. The rugby league special. No rugby involved.
Fuming, lads. I'd have loved to see you watching rugby.
And they're probably the most popular thing we do. It's the thing that keeps our Patreon as big and popular as it is. And a few years ago, for charity for Zoe's Place, keep donating, by the way, and keep sharing everything. We released a Christmas #1 attempt, and we got close.
Hit the bookies, we did.
One of
That's the win for me.
Yeah.
one of our Patreon specials is the day in the studio,
Yeah.
recording that.
The
And
making
you're
of
like a
Laura's
kid
Gone.
at Christmas,
I
weren't you?
was. Well, it was my first time in a proper studio with Bob, who's now working with Nile Rodgers in the 1975.
That's a weird band.
Oh, it was-
Shout out Bob McKenzie,
It's a
by
new
the way.
McBusted.
Goat. Bob McKenzie,
Yeah.
what a dude.
Yeah, we made that song that was just initially a joke in our group chat when I was still trying to impress you lot.
Yeah, you stopped ages ago, didn't
Yeah, did. It was pretty much immediately after that. And then that's just become like... that's what I love about going into the studio, that you've got that forever then.
Yeah.
It's like a day or two, and then you have that bottled forever.
That's my favourite thing about the specials, is that when I'm 50, 60, I can watch some of the funniest shit I've ever done back on the telly.
Isn't it dead funny that you saying when I'm 50, like in your head is like moons away, and it's like
18.
next week for him.
It's a full adult away. It's 18 years away for me.
He'll be 50 before you're 40. And think about how close you feel to 40.
things on the telly.
I can't wait for you to be the age I am. I hope we're still podcasting then. When
We will
you're
be.
all 43 and you're like, you old cunt. 54, fucking ancient, aren't you?
And you will be.
Even though,
You don't stop aging.
I know,
Just
I
because
understand.
we've got older.
but you'll be like, nah, it's 43 sound. You're still young. You're absolutely fucking bouncing.
We're not going to catch you up.
No, I understand. But now I'm the oldest cunt ever. You're like, fucking hell.
You
Danny,
always will
your
be as
age.
well.
Yeah, I
Not having
understand.
anyone older than you, that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
The nursing home special.
I really mean this respectfully. I hope one of you dies before me. That'd be fucking class.
Oh, don't do that.
I would love that. Oh, yeah. Works
Any
out
of
pretty
us?
Well. What?
Any of us in the
I'd be
company-
shocked if it's you.
Oh, no, but you said hope.
Yeah.
Who would you pick? and how are we dying?
Anybody in the company. Anybody.
Um,
Can't pick Charlie.
I wasn't going to. I think Adam probably just drowning in pussy. That is a risk with you, isn't it? Just too much pussy.
No, but what do you want?
How would you want me to go?
You know, I wish he'd
And
learned
when?
to swim because there was just so much pussy. He could have made it to the surface.
Bussy. It's arse, isn't it?
Mercy.
Finn probably an overdose. But
On pot.
yeah, no, the first person to do it. That's how much he loves blazing up.
Finn
worried
getting
I've
struck
gotta do
by
that
lightning
sometimes.
whilst in the queue for a meet and greet at an Oasis gig.
In the queue for that first gig back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Finn being crushed to death by a cabinet full of VHS of Poirot falling on him.
It's a possibility.
It's awful.
And Carl's too boring to die young.
Oh, thank you.
He'll be fine.
That was the worst one.
That would really upset me if someone said that about
You
me.
can't.
You wished death for us too, and then you. That was
Oh
worse.
no, I'm not dead.
Carl,
I'm old and bored now.
being murdered by someone who finds out where he lives would be one of the worst deaths for Carl. Like, fucking hell.
Do you mind being perceived as boring?
No, I know he's not. I'm just rolling with...
I'm not boring. I'm safe in the knowledge of that. And if someone thinks I am, then I'm not.
Pretty fucking exciting answer from the definitely not boring guy. Well, hey, more fool them, because I am a bloody good laugh.
Right, whoever's editing this, put a montage in now. 15 minutes of podcast specials, crashing into walls, doing all kinds.
Smoking crack, drinking Worthingtons, Red Bull soapbox.
John Smith it was.
Oh, sorry, lad.
You're just going to die from being old soon.
Oh, well, I'll struggle to get up from that one.
Stay down, man.
Stay down.
You didn't say your specials that you loved. I want to know yours.
Well, the funny one is, I'd like to do Amsterdam 1 again. We tried to do it with Amsterdam 2, but I didn't enjoy it as much as Amsterdam 1. But they were both great. But there was I think I've said it before, there was a point on like the Wednesday of the first trip in Amsterdam where we were all flying.
Yeah, that was.
I'd love to do Amsterdam 1 again and give Carl more drugs.
I think I'd reached my limit. Otherwise, I'd have just fell asleep on the spot.
You had 2 drags.
That's the thing.
No, no, but I think that was my limit, though, wasn't it?
That's it. Oh,
And I'm
forever.
Listen, I don't need you to tell me how many drugs to.
All that
I
would
know
happen
I'm a
is-
fun guy.
I just fell asleep quicker.
Yeah.
Wasn't like I'd have got through it.
Maybe you would have, though.
You might have seen the devil.
I did. You.
But I think there's a reason you've never done drugs. You don't suit them. You didn't want to do it. You were doing it
No,
for
I did
the
want
special.
to do it.
Yeah.
I did want to do it.
I think, listen,
Otherwise
we
I just
can
wouldn't have done
all fuck around and we've all got on it and messed around for the pod. As soon as someone doesn't actually want to do something, I know you tried it, but we're not the kind of people who are like, no, you're fucking doing
Put
it.
the horse
That's-
suit on.
All right.
No, I'll hide in the car for 6 hours.
I had a panic attack, but thank you, Carl.
Back in your cupboard, Harry.
If you could do that day again in
Oh
Nashville.
yeah, but I was
it's
in a
fine,
bad
isn't it?
place.
You
I was in Nashville mentally. Mentally, I was in a bad
Actually, it
place.
worked out because I was so in I'd been drinking moonshine and a fair few
Yeah.
calls like, and I was in
my head in that day. You.
I was in just because I was having too much fun.
Oh, in the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day, though. One of the best days we've ever had.
Look at him, he's all drunk.
I know.
Can't even handle his moonshine. Do you know what? We're just dancing around a field pretending to be a paedophile horse, but he's taking it too far. He bummed a horse.
Master Bakers was good as well. I had fun that day. That was,
What
the
about that?
that was the first day I felt like, oh, we're sickos.
That was the first day.
Been plenty of times.
No, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, a production. 'Cause it was like a real production.
Good question, Trev.
Where?
Got another one. Dem Tricky Red says, lads, lads, you get £10 per piece of toast. How many do you reckon you could put away in one sitting?
I honestly think unlimited.
Can you get full on toast?
What?
You can't get
Yeah.
full on toast.
You could just keep going.
I could honestly I could eat toast until I was full and couldn't breathe.
Do you have to eat the crust?
Right, I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
How many do you think? How many? What's the number? You can't just.
When I say full and couldn't breathe, though, I don't mean like, oh, I'm bloated. I mean like it would be stacked into me neck.
You choking to death on
Yeah.
toast.
Yeah,
280 quid. I think
Tenner per piece.
toast is unlimited,
40
mate.
grand.
I've got a bottomless toast stomach. It's like ice cream.
I'm really impressed. Them Tricky Reds put the money up. We'll be fucking
Toast
loaded.
is-
Why?
So
What
easy
would
to
you
eat.
have said?
Oh, 3
Don't
rounds.
eat
Doesn't like
toast.
toast.
3 rounds and I'm done.
I'll only toast.
I think toast is what I fucking grew up on. When you don't eat anything else, that's the
gear
best
toast.
option.
Did you have butter on it, or was it just dry?
I had a bit of flora.
You have the diet of a sick child, don't you? Literally. I want toast and yum-yums
doesn't
and
like-
chicken nuggets with nachos.
And I have had like vitamin milkshakes before. So yeah,
Ensure.
that's what they give. That's what they give the diet. Innit?
Ensure. You've had Ensure.
No, I did that Cambridge weight thing, but sometimes I still have them because they've got like multivitamins in.
And you're not eating.
and I feel like I might need it. And that's what they give dying people in it when their appetite goes. They just give them a little shake with loads of like protein and vitamins. And I'm like, here you are, here's your death shake.
Could just take a multivitamin.
I don't think they work nearly as well. I think you piss multivitamins away. Like, it just goes through your system.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit of a fucking
Tablets coming out your cock.
I could do 2 loaves, I reckon.
like a little machine gun.
What?
2 loaves of orange toasty.
Oh, listen. I cannot be having this. 2 loaves of orange toasty. You are done after 10
long as they're
slices.
all
10
fresh.
slices and
As
you
long
are
as they're all
done.
fresh and not like the bottom, they're all like, eh.
How hungry are you? Like.
As hungry as I'm about to do a challenge of eating 2 loaves, I wouldn't eat before it.
Yeah.
Oh, you like you're doing what you do for hickories, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
yesterday,
having a roast in it and then doing the toast challenge, are you?
yesterday we went to Shahbaz. Shazad? Shiraz.
How is she?
She bad.
She smells. She smells.
She's alright. And I didn't eat again. So what was that, about 2:00? 2:30. I didn't eat again till this morning. I could have done 2
You had
loaves.
a full garlic bread and then didn't touch the actual food.
Well, that's not true.
You had a bit of it.
You ate a garlic bread, didn't you, for 12 hours? Or like 18
I
hours?
ate a lot of food and then I didn't eat for the rest of the day. And I woke up absolutely ravenous this morning. I could have done a fair few rounds
you
of
came in
toast.
here complaining. You still hungry now?
I'm starving.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Same.
I reckon 10, honestly, I think 10 pieces of toast and you start filling up a bit.
No, as long as they're fresh, I could nail forever.
Yeah, if someone's making them, so
The
it's-
top piece,
it's
yeah.
got to be hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I disagree.
Oh, really?
I don't
Yeah.
mind a cold bit of toast. I
No,
know
not
I know
mine,
that's mad, but I also like my toast burnt.
Yeah, if it's even slightly bent, I just throw it in the bin. I hate it.
Do you know what one of my favourite things in the world? So Jack Finnegan hates burnt toast, and sometimes he's like overcooked his toast, and I haven't even asked for toast, but then I get free toast because he's like half burnt. I'm gonna start again, and I'm like,
I love it. I love burnt toast.
this is the bin here.
Isn't it meant to
sir.
be bad for you? It's like,
Causes cancer, yeah.
Great.
I don't have a preference on toast. Just whatever comes out of the toaster, it's fine.
Toast, usually.
No, do you know what I mean? Like, if it's burnt, it's fine. If it's undone,
it
it's
tastes-
fine.
ow.
I totally agree with you, but I do. If I had a preference, it would be black.
Oh, you know it's in the trailer, boy. If that's not in the trailer, you are not doing your job. Oh my God.
What was before it, though? That's the question, yeah.
It's thing to do.
Do you like cocks at them?
If you want to get your advice answered, if you've got some things you need us to solve, have a word pod@gmail.com. Anonymous, hi lids, need some serious advice. Well, you've come to the right place, fuck knuckle. I'm a 22-year-old average lad, and I've recently...
Oh, babe.
I'm a 22-year-old average lad, but I'm not boring. I'm fun. And if anyone thinks I'm boring, well, they're wrong. I'm a 22-year-old average lad, and I've recently come to the terms with myself that I'm gay. Oh, right, okay. I've always known it, but
Not average
spent...
anymore,
Average
mate.
then, no? Below average?
A lot less
Below.
gays than straights.
You're
What I meant
special.
was it
time out.
was less
Below
gays.
average in golf terms because it's better.
Yeah, below par.
You're handicapped. I've always known it, but spent most of my life suppressing it, as I'm in a laddie group of mates and I'm unsure how they'd take it if they found out. I'm not stereotypically gay or camp or anything like that. I play five-a-side with the lads and go to the pub. It's just that I'm attracted to men.
Oscar Wilde did as well.
Can you give... He loved five-a-side. Oscar Wilde, phenomenal. Can you give me... He's always up for it. And then the pub, famously. Can you give me advice on how to come out to my male mates? And how would you
No.
react if one of your mates in your friend group came out to you?
Wouldn't give a flying fuck.
Do you know, genuinely, if we're being absolutely honest, in our group of mates, not like us, I mean like our school mates.
Back in school or now?
Now,
Yeah.
do you know, genuinely, like to this day, if I'm fully honest, in our group of mates, there is still a lot of homophobia. Do you know what I mean? Like non-serious homophobia. Like things are still called gay. It does still happen. And if in our group of mates, someone came out as gay, it would literally be, right, let's say it was Carl. It'd be like, right, hey, everyone, you can't call Carl gay anymore. Because now
Well, I
it's-
am gay.
Yeah, but like,
But you can't use the pejorative anymore.
we can't use it as an insult to
right,
you
okay.
anymore
Yeah.
because we don't want you to be upset about the fact that you love cock, you know?
Listen, if you're gay, I'm gay.
No, that's not how coming out works.
No, I wouldn't be
Lads,
actually
got a
part
big
of this.
announcement. I'm gay, so now you're all gay. So get your dicks out.
No, what it means is you're one of us, innit? I'm asked. You're gay, cool. Go and suck willies. Left back on Tuesday because
In the Oscar Wilde position.
It wouldn't like be an issue with my group of mates.
couldn't give a fuck.
22's a tricky one because you're 32. He's 22, so his mates are 5 or 6 years out of school. I think that's where the older you get, the more you're like, mate, if they're real mates, they'll just be like, oh, cool. As if they didn't know a little bit as well. You know your best mates, don't you? You're pretty sure. I think you'd have a sense of it.
We've got a lad in our group who he's not in our friendship group anymore, but we're pretty sure he is, and he hid it for these reasons, and we couldn't
To this
give a
day.
fuck. Like we couldn't go for it, lad. We
And when did he
supported
come
him.
out?
He didn't. He hasn't.
Never come out. But we're convinced that he is.
Based
Right.
on just fact, really. Not like we're guessing. We're pretty sure. Like
We just think because of the environment he grew up in, he would find it impossible to come out.
Even in your 30s.
yeah, oh yeah.
But we're not
Not
close
because
to
of
them
us.
anymore.
But
Right.
his world wouldn't really. It wouldn't be a nice place for him because it's in yeah.
And by the way, we didn't like ostracize him because we had like
Yeah, because he'd never played 5-a-side. He was always at Paris Fashion Week. never up for a kickabout anymore.
like we spoke about it a few times. Like we've just always thought like that. But I think if we went to him and was like, "Hey, are you gay?" He'd kick off.
Lad, are you fucking messing?
Right. Honestly, it's got to be. If you're gay, life is going to be so much better if you go, this is just what I am. Get out. It's gonna
100%.
If you get out.
This is just who I am. Get out.
If you just
Fucking hang around one of you lot.
any one of your mates bins you off because you're gay, then they weren't a friend. They were just a fucking knobhead that you were dealing with still. It'd be better to clear it out. Get it out.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, you have sex with men? I'm gonna ask.
No, you're not.
Well, there's the bit before Adam's thing.
No, it doesn't. Like it's mad, innit? When you
just
when you
doesn't
boil
matter.
it down, it doesn't fucking matter. No one's asked. People are asked, but
Also, it looks well more fun being out. Gay guys are having a great time. It looks well fun. They just go to gay clubs. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm
you
into
gay,
it.
Dan?
It does look fun. It looks well fun. I'm hindered by the fact that
Yeah, but they've
I
also
like
got
that sweet,
also-
sweet pussy.
Wouldn't it just be great, right? Wouldn't it just be great if
My wife is holding me back, by the way. Oh, I'd have a great time if I was just out there.
if there was just
You can't suck a cock. You ain't fucking pot noodles. You're on a boat.
Yeah,
Someone
but it'd be
offered you a cock.
It'd be a really good Dan versus cock, wouldn't it? Come on, get it in. Get it all in.
how do you think you'd handle cum in your mouth?
That was my fault because I'd already started laughing and then still poured.
No, you still started. You'd be terrible by the looks of it.
Oh, is it like seafood?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never tried cum. Seemed like I lied, didn't it?
no, not well. Not well, but I'm monetizing it, I'll tell you that.
It's like oysters, surely, innit?
What?
Like this tastes like the sea. It's not salty.
No, I'm not sucking off a fisherman.
Those oysters, they like the class.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Came out of a man's dick.
You never had an oyster, then, have you?
No.
That'd be a fucking class Dan versus food, by the way.
Oh.
Expensive
Mwah.
things just put in the bin. Maybe just
Mwah,
put it
mwah,
in
mwah.
the bin and tell him what he was meant to be eating.
Lad, good luck. Let us know how it goes. But if anyone isn't into it, fuck them off and find new friends that are fun.
We'll
Tell-
be your mates.
Tell your best mates or mate first.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, lad, can you help me? Can you back me? And when your mate's back, yeah, it doesn't, like, it'll be fine.
Do it like, bend it like Beckham style. Have you seen it in that? So, like, there's an Asian guy in it, and he goes to his mate, and he's like, I've got a secret to tell you. She goes, what? And he goes, I like David Beckham. And she goes, yeah, we all do. And he goes, no, I like David Beckham. And she's like,
Doesn't play
fuck
golf.
off. And then that's how he comes out. So maybe do that. Pick your mate's favourite footballer. Go, hey, lad.
Does he do that?
What?
He does that? I don't remember that
No.
being... Oh.
I've added that in for dramatic effect.
Of
Yeah.
course, I don't understand.
long
I'm
scene.
Irish.
I'm Irish.
Yeah.
Best scene ever.
go to your best friend and say, hey, you know, Lewis Boamorte. I really like Lewis Boamorte.
They'll go, no, who's that?
I was going through my head going, who are we going to pick?
Because what you have to
Igor
do there,
Vishkan is where I went.
you'll have to describe before you come
bit of
out
Vishkan.
who Lewis Boamorte is.
Oh, I love
No,
Igor
he's a
Vishkan.
fucking icon.
He is.
They'll know. For Fulham.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, mate. Anyway, I'm 22.
Didn't that say we're all Fulham fans?
They're 22. Do you know Lewis Boamorte? No. Right, hang on. Right, play for Fulham. Yeah. Did you get it? Like, yeah, I love men.
Do you want to play match attacks? Who do you love? Well, I really love them.
Pick any footballer and then do it that way. Hey, I love insert footballer here. Yeah, we all do that. No, I want to suck his cock.
Robert Perez.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, good looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah. David Ginola.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sexy. In the bath.
Christophe Dugarry. Always thought he was quite a good looking
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the France national
France
team.
World Cup, yeah. But yeah, just mention random footballers and see when they find out whether you're gay or not.
No, that's it. Lewis, go the Lewis Boamorte route. Classic.
Lewis Boamorte.
Ah, nice.
Hire a male prostitute, spum them in the living room, and invite all your friends round to play FIFA. And as they walk in, just say, "Don't mind me. I'm just doing my thing."
Yep.
It's a good way to come out.
It's a. Yeah.
And when they're like, "Are you gay?" You should be like, "I've always been gay. Have you not noticed? I'm always bumming men."
I had that Fulham shirt with Lewis Boamorte on. What did you think I was wearing it for? Idiot. There you go.
There's many ways you can do this.
Yeah, take any of them.
Hire a billboard, put a topless photo of you on it, looking for men, and then a QR code. And then when they open the QR code, it says, "What's happening, lads? I'm gay, by the way. See you at 5-a-side."
Yeah, but what happens if you look like a man in search of this other man?
What?
What happens if you're like, oh, I like a bit of him?
Yeah. Well, you
That's
just
what I
got
pay
more
for.
options for 5-a-side,
Yeah.
don't you? Probably have.
Oh, good way to get a team.
Or a lover.
There you go.
There you go. So, problem solved. Problem solved. Sound. I think
If
I
your
got it.
mates don't like greet this with a combination of humour and love, then they're cunts.
They're not your mates.
So just, I know it's very difficult for us to answer this seriously because none of us ever will go through this. I don't
And also,
think.
if we answered it properly seriously for a full 8 minutes, it'd be dry podcasting.
But you should. I know you said go to. I'd just rip the Band-Aid off. Like, I know this is easy for me to say because I know I can't possibly understand how big of a deal this is to you. But you have come to us and asked for advice. Get all your mates in the pub, like on a Tuesday afternoon, so it's just you in there and there's no one else there. And
they
just
have to have
stand
time
up.
off work for you to come out.
No, what I mean is,
Be worth it. Just say to them all, like in one big group, lads, I've been trying to figure out a way to tell you all this for ages. And I know some of you like might have already figured this out before, maybe some of you haven't, but I'm gay. And that's it. And I still want to play 5-a-side. I love it. I haven't been pretending. Like, I'm not like a stereotypical camp gay man. I'm a gay man, and the only thing that's changed is you all thought I like women and pussies, and actually I like men, bumholes, and cocks,
like
and the
Lewis
occasional
Boamorte.
bollocks. And I just need you to be okay with it, and they should all be sound.
On a Tuesday afternoon in the pub. I love it. Love it. I'm going to need you to book a day off work. I can't tell you why yet. Oh, no, we're not meeting in the morning. I don't think you'll be ready for it in the morning. You need at least 48 slices of toast before I tell you this.
tell your best mate so when you're telling he's there, got your back. And you're
Yeah,
not like,
hyping you up like, yeah, my man's gay, fam.
Yeah, so he's not like, what, you didn't tell me? Be like, yeah, support me and I want to tell everyone at once.
Yeah.
So you're not going in alone. Tell your Bezzy, tell all the boys in the pub, go on the ale.
Get a Domino's.
Or go on Cameo and get Lewis Boamorte to tell all your mates to put it in the WhatsApp group.
Hello, everybody. Luis Boamorte.
Do it. Please do it.
Portuguese.
I think he is, but please do it.
Hello, everybody. Luis Boamorte here. I've been living in France for many years now, as you can tell.
I got the message for you from your friend John.
What's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff is gay.
Luis Boamorte is on memo.
We'll pay for it for you.
I'm sorry.
We'll
Forget
cover
all other advice.
We'll cover it.
get Lewis Boamorte to do you a memo video and announce your homosexuality to your group chat via Fulham legend Lewis Boamorte.
We'll pay
and
for
when
it.
they're all like, who's that? Get to be like, this is the man that I've always fancied.
You probably doesn't even know who he is. He's 22.
Yeah, he'll have watched Bend It Like Bo and Morty though, wouldn't he?
Portuguese remake.
Well done, Dan. That was superb.
I honestly, we'll do the wording. It's a shame it's from anonymous. Like lads,
How much is he?
got something to tell you.
24 quid.
24 quid.
Yeah.
That's class.
Yeah, we'll get him booked.
Right, we'll sort that in the break. There you go. Problem solving. Allies.
What's happening, lads? Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor, it's NordVPN. And if you go to nordvpn.com/haveaword, you'll get an extra 4 months on the 2-year plan. And it's a no-risk guarantee with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Dan, why would you use a VPN?
I'm not even sure. It's mad, isn't it? Because I feel like we've mentioned it before, but I'm not even sure what a VPN is.
A VPN is a way to up your internet security. And on top of that, you can use a VPN to create a virtual location for your device, whether it's a laptop, a PC, anything like that. You can literally just go, hey, we might be in the UK right now, but why don't we just go on a little holiday to Bolivia, Malaysia, North Korea? Oof. Basically, let's say you're a huge, I don't know, Coventry fan, right? And like the UK streaming services aren't like showing.
But North Korea
is showing this week's Coventry game.
Yeah, they love it.
Then tell your computer, hey, we're in Kim's gaff, right? Let's go and watch the match in Kim's gaff, okay? Yeah. And you can do that while at the same time upping your internet security. Also, NordVPN is the fastest VPN in the world. And that's why I think people should go to nordvpn.com/haveaword. Get 4 months extra on top of the 2-year plan and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Just watch Coventry. Come on.
Go and watch Coventry in
It's a
Bolivia.
no-brainer.
Or North Korea. You know?
Yeah.
The official Coventry supporters club of North Korea is booming, by the way. Kim says they win every week. Welcome to the second half of episode 300. I'm here with Dan Nightingale. Why are you laughing at?
I love it when you do this.
Why?
That feels weird.
Jamali Maddix is here. Second time on the sofa. First time in 3 years. Been working on getting you back for a while. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah. You've been working on it?
We have?
Yeah.
I've asked you about 10 times to come back home.
No.
Don't make me get Instagram up to mine.
And do you know what as well? This is the thing, because I did this 3 years ago, and I remember it was a different situation. Like Dan picked me up from the train station. It was in undisclosed locations. Yeah. And then now it's like, everything changed. But you don't even hit me. You text me the first time. Now it's Instagram, and I don't even think it was you. Like it was one of your workers, bruv.
I will get these messages
it was unpersonal, bruv. He didn't even ask me. He just sent dates over and said, pick one. You know why. I'm happy to be here, man.
I've been asking you for ages and you know it. We were talking just before we started recording about people who stink, right? I think... we were, weren't we?
Where? I wasn't there.
You were sat right there. We were talking about someone who we all know that stunk a bit, and that's why we don't hang around with them anymore.
Right, yeah.
Right? Do you think there's anything that is worse to be known as than that? Someone who stinks.
Yeah.
What's worse?
Nonce.
Yeah. There's loads worse, actually.
That is worse.
Or not even just nonce. He's a bit like you haven't been caught for nothing, but you know what I mean? Like he's just got a vibe.
I think
I've got
smell
more
as well.
friends that applies to.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
And
I'm sat right here. I think nonces might smell as well. It's a double fucking...
Yeah, it's double whammy.
Yeah. They look smelly.
Yeah, the ones that are both, then that's obviously that's everyone's worst nightmare.
Yeah, totally.
But apart, anything that's not a crime then?
Yeah.
Is there anything that's not an actual crime?
Vaping. If you know, like...
No, not as everyone is
No, I'd
as
rather be
uptight
next to
about
someone
that.
who vapes than someone who stinks.
Yeah, I vape. What's the matter with vaping?
Oh, God.
Are you a vapor, yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
I've been vaping the whole time in there. You didn't even notice, did you?
No.
Yeah,
He's a sneaky vapor.
I've really perfected the skill of vaping, and no one knows I'm vaping.
Did you notice it? Because you're normally onto this.
No.
No. Yeah.
Didn't smell it either.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
flavour is it?
I got blueberry sour raspberry.
Wow, that's busy.
I just think when adults say that.
Yeah.
Me
Do you smoke
bullied.
cigarette?
No.
See, one of them guys, isn't it?
I'm boring, yeah.
One of them.
Oh, who would say that?
What do you mean, one of them guys?
You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke in general. Like it's just I don't like people that complain about smoke. It's
Why?
like because
It's horrible.
It's not that bad, man.
No, cigars are class.
It's not bad. Like I like you. It kind of creates a
Won
vibe,
him
man.
over.
Like the fact that you can't smoke killed jazz clubs. Do you know what I mean? Like a guy
think
not being able to
jazz
smoke
killed
on
jazz
stage
clubs.
kind of killed it. Yeah, jazz killed jazz clubs. To be fair.
I've said this before on here. I went to a jazz club and I honestly don't know whether I witnessed greatness or like special night. Like honestly, it was,
yeah.
and it was one of the two.
You saw someone class. I'm still jealous of it. I still think about it.
Who is it?
Mono Neon.
What?
Mono Neon.
What, you have to see him in the flesh?
Yeah, at the Blue Note Jazz Club round the corner from the Cellar in New York.
Oh shit.
Yeah, went there with my ex-girlfriend. Horrible trip all round.
Yeah. Did you hate it more because of you went with your ex? Like
Yeah,
there's times I've been places where I enjoyed it at the time, and then
Yeah.
I remember, I went with her. I fucking hated that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this was a particularly bad one.
I'm surprised
Okay.
that didn't ruin New York for me. That trip.
Oh really?
But like, I still love New. It's still the best place.
It ruined Chicago, ironically.
Yeah.
never go to Chicago now. New York is probably tied, I think, for the best place in the world with Nashville.
Nashville. You
Nashville.
think Nashville's on the best place in the world?
Yeah.
I just came back from Nashville.
Yeah.
Not one of the best places in the world. Absolutely not one of the best places in the
what
world.
didn't you like about it?
I thought the food was fine.
Food's world class.
Now the food's fine. Yeah, but it's fine. The hot sandwich, it's just hot.
Yeah.
There's no flavor, no seasoning. It's just hot. I found the fact that like everywhere I went, they played country music.
Yeah.
Made me want to kill myself.
Yes.
Like everywhere. Like
What's the best music?
I'm sitting outside the hotel. I don't need to hear about a man's heartbreak, bro. Like I don't need to. I don't need to hear that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the worst.
There
That
isn't
was in the
another
airport.
option, is it?
When we were leaving, they were doing it in the airport. It's
Yeah,
like
that was
we've
a lot.
gone now.
Yeah.
But even when
Shut
they do
up, bro.
covers, of hip hop songs, they're
Yeah.
like, you know what this needs? This needs a bit of countrifying.
Yeah, and it makes it better.
There was a guy at the airport at, bruv, it was like 6 a.m. and he was in the airport at like, you know, like one of the bar restaurant
Red,
things,
it's called.
singing.
Yeah.
And it's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fucking
But it's the
hear this shit.
music city, Jamali. That's what it's for.
Not. It's a music city. Music has come from every city ever.
Yeah, but it
Every
calls
city has
itself
made
the
it.
music city because
Yeah,
everywhere is live music.
Okay. Yeah, I call myself 6'5",
But it only does one. It should call. Yeah. It could.
That's
It
actually.
should call itself the One Music City.
But this is the thing, actually, because that's actually not true.
Adam, we went to 200 establishments in 10 days, and I didn't hear anything fucking else.
I
You didn't go to the right places then.
I feel like
You took me to the.
I feel like going there for you, it's kind of like white people's Africa. Like you feel something inside of you where you go, wow, this is our people. Like I feel like that's what you got from that. Because I went there as a tourist. Like you went there and you were returning home. Like that's what I feel the vibe.
So
Look, even the hats that he's wearing casually. Like it's completely changed it.
This is nothing to do with heritage. It's just a special kid leaning in.
Jamali, he flew to Dublin on Friday and he wore a cowboy hat.
No, see, that's man. You need to stop.
Cowboy
man.
out in a trackie on the plane.
Yeah, I don't like no one stopping you, and I don't like this for you, man. I'm worried about Adam. Like no one's stopping him.
No
man.
one can.
No
do you
one
mean?
can.
But they look good though, don't they?
What, cowboy hats? Is that a serious question?
I think they do though.
The one behind you doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
don't.
not. That's why it's there. That's the Australian one.
That's the Australian one.
Yeah, don't-
Yeah. The grave difference.
it is.
Yeah.
This is not the same vibe, is it?
You look like Crocodile Dundee in there, yeah.
Yeah, them hats just don't suit me, you know. And I'm a hat guy, but I
Don't
can't.
say Adam.
Bet you it does. No, it
Nope.
Yeah, right? Do you know what I look like a hip Amish rapper. Do you know what I mean? Like I look like I'm gonna tell you the sermon, but in like a cool way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking horrible.
I love it.
This only I can't. I can't do them type. I'm sure I was about to say, am I wearing it backwards? Like that would make a difference. when
You
have
were
that.
wearing it backwards actually.
Oh.
So
There you
here's
go,
the thing with your cowboy hats. You always want the
What?
emblem to be on the left.
Oh yeah, remember that for the next time you never wear one.
Yeah.
What were you in Nashville for? Just a trip or
I
work?
did a
or?
show.
Nice.
I did a show in Nashville.
Nobody tours like this man, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
try to.
Like the amount of cities he goes to.
I try.
Like all over the gaff, all over America, all over Europe. Like, he'll go and just not make money because he just wants to go to Estonia.
Yeah. Like, I went Slovenia the other day. They said, "You want to do a gig in Slovenia?" I was like, "Yeah, all right, cool. One day, I've never been Slovenia." And I went for like 100 quid. And there was a point in me where I was like, I don't need to do this anymore.
No,
but I still like the
anymore.
graft of it.
Yeah.
Like, I still like being there. One more thing about cowboy hats, though, before we move on, is when I did a doc time ago, I interviewed this guy. He was like a black guy who was really into the Confederate flag, and he had a cowboy hat, and he had beef with this guy, and the guy cut his cowboy hat in half, and that was meant to be like the biggest insult.
Yeah.
Where someone cut his cowboy hat in half. Like, he genuinely wanted to kill this person.
Yeah.
Because he cut his hat in half.
Hang on, when? What, in a fight?
No. So they kidnapped his hat. They stole the
Right,
hat.
right.
Like, there was like a whole thing where they stole his hat, and he was like, "Where the fuck's my hat?" And they cut it and then placed the hat back so it was in half. And that was like, he was like, "You never cut a man's hat in half." and he was really trying to tell me like it was this serious thing. And I was like, "Just buy another fucking hat, man."
Yeah, but like I know, like, you're saying that like it was a big sort of symbolic thing because it was a cowboy hat and you never cut a man's hat in half. But I think if I took, your undies off you and cut your undies in half, you'd be quite upset.
I'll be more upset that you took my like that's more of a violation. Like, you didn't take a t-shirt, you took my underwear. Do you know, like, that touches my balls.
And the fact that you let him take them, that's even worse.
Yeah. I'd feel less of a man by that point. He cut my hat in half. I don't care. I'll buy another hat. I'll go online.
What about your favourite hat?
Yeah, I could buy another one, man.
They cut your alligator hat in half. You'd be.
You got an
fuming.
alligator
Yeah,
hat.
yeah, exactly.
Your
Yeah.
beaver one, your new one.
Yeah, my 100% woven beaver. If they cut that in half, mate.
It's like a lesbian.
Yeah, you can't be cutting a man's hat up, can you?
No, that's going to piss
You can't be
people
cutting
off. innit?
anyone's belongings
No.
up. Anything.
Have they ever just tried smacking
if-
someone in the face?
Imagine if I
It's a lot
cut one of your
simpler.
guitars in half.
Be sad. It's not nice.
I think that's a reasonable thing to be upset by. That's nothing to do with cowboy culture, is it? That's just, you cut
No,
me
it's like
thing
his
up.
chain, isn't it?
What?
It's like his chain. Like taking a man's chain is disrespecting him. I think taking his hat to disrespect.
Taking a man's
Jamali,
chain.
you look confused.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man?
In like America, like if you're like a gangster or whatever, and someone takes your chain, that's like a disrespect.
Where'd you hear this?
The streets.
Because I think it's just you're more upset you got robbed.
Oh, I always because I've actually got I can't let you know why, but listen to my new podcast, Mad That, and you'll find out why I know.
Oh.
Okay.
Taking a man's chain is like
Proper
taking his balls.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
it is because I fucking know it is.
Yeah.
It's
Cut my balls in half.
There is not a man on this planet who would put the chain
No.
round his neck on a level playing field with his bollocks.
Chain
No,
or balls.
but it's like you've been disrespected. That's that kind of thing.
What happens
ball
if you
and
take
chain.
his watch, he's less upset than if you took his chain?
Yeah, because his chain's like you should put your money into your chain.
You want? Or do you think he's got like a nice chain and a Casio?
Yeah, yeah, it's like snatching someone's chains. It's why Tupac died.
It's why he died.
Yeah, it's a
It's
chain.
why
Of
he-
the chain of events. I'm not going to tell anymore. Just watch Mad That.
Wow. If only they just cut Tupac's hat. He'd still be alive.
That's just bollocks.
It isn't.
It is. Someone's had you on. You've interviewed some goth from America and they've told you some bullshit and you've believed it.
No, Orlando Anderson snatched someone's chain, and then because P Diddy put 10,000 price on the chains. That's just a fact.
He put a hit on the chains.
Yes, he said if you could bring me a death row chain, which was Suge Knight's, he'll give you $10,000.
To be fair, they took another rapper's. You remember G Unit? Someone took that chain with a spinner. And
Yeah.
someone had to go get it back and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, because
But-
it's a big disrespect. I'm not saying I'm from the streets. I'm just aware of them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's aware
Very
of
progressive man, Carl.
So just underline you're not from the streets. No. All right. Of West Derby.
But no love for Nashville then.
No.
Where's
And the
your
show was fine.
Where was it?
That's how I also judge a city. How
100%.
how the show went.
Where did you Zanies?
Yeah, the Zanies. Yeah.
Good room though.
Yeah, it was. Tell a lie. It was. I just didn't sell that much, but it was all right.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Where's your
Nashville's
favourite
fine.
city in the States?
New York.
Yeah.
I'll say New York, Chicago, Seattle.
I've never heard Seattle put into this mix. Like,
Yeah, Seattle's a good city, man. Legit
Is it,
and
yeah?
small. It's
Yeah.
walkable, which I
sick.
like in the city.
Yeah. That's why I like
do I
Dublin.
like?
Everywhere's walkable. in
Yeah,
Dublin.
Dublin's nice. I like Charlotte in North Carolina. I like Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's a fun town.
Class.
Yeah, there's a lot. I like the majority of it, really.
Have you done Austin yet?
Yeah, did Austin.
What's that like?
Yeah, Austin's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's,
I'm, gonna
it's,
do
it's,
Austin. I'm going out to Austin in
a
January.
bit
first
loud.
time. Yeah. A bit loud.
it's a bit loud. Like you saw, it's like I don't think you should. I think if the music's in your club, it should stay in the club. Do you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't bleed everywhere.
Yeah. No, I get that.
You know,
Unless
and it's just a
country
bit
music, I
loud. Like
agree.
you just walk down the street and you just hear noise everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a bit loud, but it's cool.
And what about Europe? Because I've not really gigged in Europe. I've done a handful, but like I've done the capitals of like the ones that like Live Nation send you to.
Yeah.
I've done Helsinki, Stockholm, Oslo, Haarlem near Amsterdam, and
Paris.
Paris. But that's it.
Yeah, I've been.
I know because you've been everywhere, so I want to know like where's not to go and where's to go.
Where's not to go?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I went to a lot of places also when I was filming. When I made
Yeah.
them documentaries, I'd say,
The Vice docs.
Yeah,
Was it
you-
Hate Thy Neighbor?
"Hey, thy neighbor." Ukraine was mad.
Yeah.
That's a. I mean, now it's more mad.
Yeah.
It was
That's
spicy.
only going one
It
way.
was spicy then.
In what way?
It's the only place. It was one of two places I've been where I see people like the guy selling newspaper was visibly mad of the way I looked. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was like that time. Like they were visibly angry.
Like proper
Yeah,
genuine
I'm talking about
racism.
small. Yeah, I'm talking about like small towns as well. Like mostly because that's where we filmed a lot. Where's good? I'd say Copenhagen's good.
I love Copenhagen.
Copenhagen's
That's
great. Amsterdam's great.
Yeah.
Paris is a bit grimy. I just came back from Brussels. That's dirty, man.
I didn't like Belgium at all.
Have you been to Brussels?
No, I don't think I've been.
Nah, it's dirty.
I did
man.
Brussels and Bruges, and I found them both to be just
Bruges.
meh.
I don't.
Also, Belgian beer can get in the fucking sink, mate.
Yeah,
I
Just
just think it's
thick.
shit.
it's just thick.
It's thick. It's
Yeah.
strong. It's like people pretend to like Belgian beer because they want to seem sophisticated, and they're bell
I
ends.
don't even know what Belgian beer is. Stella.
No, that's just a lager. A Belgian beer is
Oh,
like
you mean like a-
it's
Usually
a
like-
schoof.
It's like a schooner usually. It's not usually a pint. It's usually a small.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
look at this one. It's dark brown and 7%. Delicious. Shite.
Duvel, is it Duvel? Duvel?
Yeah, dog shit.
8.5%.
Duvel.
8.5%, and people drink because they're like, oh, then we only need to have 3 and we've had a good night.
Belgium.
Oh, welcome to
No, they were
Belgium.
tourists to Belgium.
It's a shithole. It's not a shithole, but they're just like, yeah. I'm also getting to a point where I'm questioning a lot of city breaks. I don't think people really enjoy city breaks. I think people pretend to love city breaks.
Fact.
Like
Why?
people go and they're just like on a bridge with their bird and they're like, and
Want
then,
to see another bridge?
Yeah, but it's also like, is it better to be at the lake with your bird?
yeah,
You think that's better?
yeah, because you can get in the lake and it's not surrounded by other cunts pretending to take the same picture and be happy.
Just jump off the bridge.
But people don't though, do they? I'd rather be on a lake in a log cabin with a fire going, a few Guinnesses.
Fact.
Than pretending to give a shit about another cathedral.
Yeah. Oh, look at this cathedral.
We
That's
don't even
different to the one last month, innit?
We don't
Get
even
a
go and see
picture.
ours. I drive past Cathedral every day and don't even look at it.
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest in Europe, I think.
I'm not into architecture. Like I don't really care how your buildings look.
Unless it's mad, like in the Park Güell in Barcelona. Park Güell? What's the Gaudi's Park?
Gaudi.
Yeah.
Then that's beautiful. That's
never
mad.
been.
Brilliant. Yeah. But just another old
Yeah.
European building.
Yeah.
Like I want some day drinking and some other stuff to
I'm more
do
into
along.
that. Like I just have no interest in like, oh, the buildings look different. I go, yeah, I'm in a different country.
Yeah,
it's meant to look
culture's
different.
more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, tell me about your dancing. You know, if you go to Spain,
Who'd you ask that to?
the Spanish.
Just a random
They
in
do,
the street.
yeah. Like, no, but like, that's what I want to learn about is like, oh, we do salsa dancing because of the sauce. So we do that because of this.
Short class,
That's where we are. Italy.
Adam, please, can we go and see a cathedral? No, we're doing more salsa. We're booked in 7 till 10. That's what I'm here for. The dancing.
No, but like the cultural differences and how people live is interesting, isn't it? Like, don't get me wrong, I love an aesthetically pleasing street, you know? Some nice, like, greenery, like, cobbled, yeah? Untouched bricks. Like, Dublin's class for that, because everywhere is untouched bricks and pubs and beautiful. But at the same time, you can also have 33 pints of Guinness in 3 days and ruin your eyesight. Do you know what I mean? It's really good fun.
Yep.
I don't want to be in fucking like. Milan is great for restaurants and stuff and shopping, but when people go to Milan and they just walk around doing the old, cathedral there, another one over there, that's a bus. Like, it's just shit, isn't it?
Do you guys go to like the big thing you're meant to go? Like, if you go Paris, do you go have a look at the Eiffel Tower? If you go to Italy, do you go do that?
You do the hack sort of.
Yeah, do you do that stuff, or do you just say
So
nah?
I've been to New York 6 times and I've never seen the Statue of Liberty.
He's going to too many dance classes.
He's doing hip hop
Break
lessons.
dancing, yeah.
I've been to Paris 3 times and I've never seen the Eiffel Tower.
I feel like I've seen it from a distance and that's enough.
Yeah, I've seen
Like I sort of
pictures.
see it driving in. I go, oh yeah, all right, yeah, it's a big build. Like
Would
I
you
don't.
go up it?
Would I go up it?
Yeah.
Nah,
It's dead eye, like.
nah.
I think it'd be good
Dead
to
high.
be in a cafe looking at it when the lights go on.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Like,
I'd
be
also
arse queuing for fucking hours to do anything.
No,
it's
for
got to
sure.
be something epic to
Do
have
you know
me
it's like a really
queuing.
long line? Anne Frank House.
Oh my God.
Fuck
and you have to
me,
book
forever.
months in advance as well.
Forever.
And also, we're not allowed in there. That's going to end so badly. We've been playing a game called Boners, which is my favourite, where we just shout boners as loud as we can.
remember bogeys from different Dom?
yeah.
So we played up with the word boners.
I cannot be in Anne Frank's house with these two for when someone goes, hey, let's
Me and
play
Carl
boners.
have got no shame
Yeah.
at all, no cringe. Dan's got a lot of it, and Finn's probably got more. So when we go out and we start filming, and me and Carl start playing that, it's it's game over for these two the second we start.
Yeah.
Do you think? Have you been to Anne Frank's house?
No.
Oh,
No,
it's
because I went to go.
Oh, right.
Because I've been to Amsterdam so many times. I was like, let me go so I can walk around and go, oh, this is.
Oh, you started feeling bad that you'd not done
Yeah,
it.
do you know what I mean? That's what I walk around and go. I look at other people and go, oh, you know what I mean? But I went to line up and they were like, it's going to be like a 3 hour wait. And I'm like, look at my watch. I want to rather go coffee shop and.
Yeah.
She's
You know what I
still
mean?
not there.
It's
Yeah.
massive, you know. It's fucking massive.
In house.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? It's like a big room.
I heard it's
Bigger
tiny.
than, bigger than
suite.
this, the block she was in. Yeah. She had a ping pong table and everything.
That's how they found her. What's that sound?
The loft is bigger than this room.
Wow.
No.
I've been, it is.
Do you think they
it's
extended
huge.
it?
When they were there?
Yeah. Do you
Loft
think
that out.
Yeah. Then a loft
Need to make this a
conversion.
bit bigger for the tourists. do an extension.
Should we put the table tennis? Yeah, get it in. Get it in. It's more for the staff after hours. And she loved table tennis and football.
It is one of them places where you have to walk around and be like,
Yeah. Oh,
you can't be like, ha ha ha.
no.
And not that it's funny, but I'm saying if you got like a funny text, you're going to be like, not now.
Aeroplane mode.
Yeah. Nothing's funny in there.
Mute the WhatsApp group. I'm going in Anne Frank's house. Fucking hell, that's good. I'll watch that later.
You can't be in Anne Frank's house pissing yourself laughing.
Yeah,
can
you can't see a funny meme.
No, you've got to
They
just
go in.
you've got to be arm respectful. The 9/11 museum is the same. You just got to walk around.
And
and be like, I've never been. And the Hiroshima one, which I was judged for heavily because they thought I was American.
You were judged for?
Oh.
As I was walking around, the Japanese people were staring at me.
Oh,
as in
what?
like, why?
What, like you just come to check it? Fucking, you did the job.
I've still done it. No, because they just guessed I was American.
Right.
Because there's a lot more Americans there than British. And they were looking at me like, you did this.
Yeah, well, you started it.
Yeah, and I was like, no. And do you know the Minions? You're aware of the Minions? There's a Minion called Carl. And this girl had a Minion t-shirt on that said Carl on. And she just ran up to me and stared at me. And I was like, yeah, I need to leave. Looked like they knew I was coming.
Right.
What's in the museum? Because I feel like it's like one thing that happened. A whole museum on
Yeah.
it.
Oh, a lot.
One big bomb, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So what's in the museum?
It's talking about the after effects, what caused the...
What are you going to look at? That's what museums are, isn't it? Looking at stuff.
Yeah.
What you look at the 9/11
Like what's
museum.
old?
That's gone
That's
as
it.
well.
What-
There isn't a 9/11
Yeah.
museum.
It's
There
not,
is
it's
a
holes
bean.
in the
It's at
floor.
the bottom of the thingy. I've literally been.
Adam's dying to disagree with
haven't
you. You
been.
haven't.
I've
It's a
been to
small
it.
loft.
It's at ground zero. It's really interesting. But there's a piece of concrete like that, and someone was on it when he died, and he just got turned into a shadow.
Oh shit!
And the shadow of the person's still on the concrete.
Yes,
isn't it?
that's pretty.
It's cool, isn't
That's
Got to
pretty-
take their word for that.
I
Though.
don't know
They could have just drawn that.
No, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it's
shall we say.
interesting. Yeah.
What did
I
you-
reckon they probably just touched that up once a year. Otherwise, like, that's the museum done, innit? Like, if that ever fades, then it's just no one's coming
Do
anymore.
you think it's a Banksy?
just think they're getting someone to come in and touch it up.
What pose was it? Well, like,
They literally just like
It's Edvard Munch's Scream.
it's a sad place. There's a girl like do you know what? Do you know origami cranes?
They won't hold any.
If you make it 1,000 of them, your wish comes true apparently. And this girl who got poisoned by the radiation.
That was definitely a Japanese parent who wanted to occupy their kids for the day, wasn't it? You make 1,000 of them, you get whatever you want for Christmas.
She made origami cranes out of her medicine boxes. She wanted to get to 1,000 and she died before she got there. And all of them are in the museum.
They survived the nuclear bomb.
No, it's
No, this was after. It was the
Oh,
radiation.
right. Oh.
She got killed by the radiation. Light.
So hang on, the bomb had gone off. She'd survived the bomb.
She survived the impact, yeah. And then the radiation poisoning killed a lot of people after it, yeah. As it,
it's a fun day out. It's 5 stars on
Beautiful
TripAdvisor.
city,
Oh, it's
Hiroshima.
stunning. Yeah.
Did you go there just to see that?
I went to that city to see that, yeah.
Ah, that's mad.
Yeah.
I would have just. You could have stayed in Tokyo, bro.
Would you
I
go
was
to
living there.
Would you
Oh,
go
you
to
living
Auschwitz?
there? Oh, then
Would you
fair
go to Auschwitz?
I've been.
Have you?
Yeah.
See, even though I know you need to, like, it's one of the bleakest things ever in human history and whatnot, I just don't know if I could bring myself to do it. It's not
It's
that
not a fun day out, mate.
Yeah.
You sort of
Like, I know that's not part of it.
No.
You're meant to go and see, so you...
Yeah, understand it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I went in school. They made us. It was like a school trip.
Fuck, I just did French exchange.
Yeah.
Way more fun.
Oh yeah.
That's a good school trip, though.
Yeah.
Did our school go?
I think so. It was a history trip, I think.
But we didn't go,
do
did we?
We didn't do history, no.
No.
Yeah. It was one of my last trips I got to because they banned me from school trips at school.
Why?
Just fucking around, innit? Like we went Belgium one time and we were just fucking around. And like, you know, I just got blamed for it.
It was
I
like
didn't
you're
even
playing
do
it
nothing.
down, Jamali.
I didn't really do nothing that bad, but they were just saying like I just used to fuck around so much on school trips that I just got to a point where the teacher was like, you ain't coming. You're done.
You got expelled from trips.
yeah.
And then a few years later, Vice paid you to do the same
Yeah,
trips.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. No, I got banned. Yeah, I got banned from school trips at like maybe year 9.
Yeah.
I was banned. Like I didn't go on no more school trips.
How were you at school, Jamali? Because you're a smart guy, but were you
I
fucking
was in
messing around a bit?
I don't really talk about this, but I was in special ed, bruv.
Is it?
Yeah. They put me in special. Yeah, I was in special ed. Yeah. Well, low sets, everything. Because I was I got dyslexia, dyspraxia, and that.
Yeah.
And I just they put me in like, and I just fucked around. I didn't really listen to school.
Were you diagnosed or was that
Yeah,
after
I got
school?
diagnosed in the 90s. So I got diagnosed
Old
before.
school.
Yeah, I got diagnosed before. Because now when you get diagnosed, it's like, wow, you have a gift. I just got put in special ed. You know what I mean? And I've got a bit about it, and it never works, but it's true. Is I say, like, what basically this is what special ed is. It's like my class, everyone had Down syndrome, and me. Like, that was my class for like a good few years. And then there was one guy who was like, he was just like, he just had like some height syndrome where he couldn't grow.
Yeah.
Like a dwarf-like syndrome. And there's nothing else wrong with him, and they put him in special ed as well. Like, it was just like mad. And then like, you know, so I was in special ed for a bit and I just sort of fucked around. And then my mum sort of said like, you got to take him out of this class because he's not.
He's not Down syndrome and he's dead.
Yeah.
slow.
And then they put me back in normal sets. But from then I gave up with school, man.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I was terrible at school. Yeah.
I listened and done just enough in school to stay in top set.
Yeah.
And then was a dick around that.
Yeah.
Like I was like West Brom. Like I was always like I'm never gonna do well up here. I'm
No,
never
you had
gonna,
the talent, you never used it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Hazard.
yeah.
You're like, I'm great, but I can't be asked.
Didn't revise for any of my GCSEs. Got A's across the board, and
got
that got me a move to Real Madrid, and then I sort of fell off at A level.
Yeah, because we just stopped.
It's a flawed
trying.
analogy, but it's
So
also
you got all A's in that.
yeah, an A star, 7 A's, a B, and 5 C's.
We all did. Our
Yeah, we
entire friendship group just got A's across the board.
So was you like boffins in that?
No,
no.
You weren't like nerds.
Boffins
No,
is great.
we didn't really have boffins at
You
our
have
school.
boffins.
They weren't allowed.
boffin's such a good word.
Or
Like
boffin.
there was no like sort of super nerd gimps, was there? Like the biggest gimps at our school. But the biggest gimps at our school
Stupid.
weren't clever.
It was stupid, yeah.
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 So like
They were like scallywags.
no. What I mean is like the lads who would sort of typically like if our school was like a film, like an American teen movie, the guys who would be like sort of picked on for being nerds and like whatever, they weren't bright in our school.
Did you used to pick on them for not being smart? Did you go like, you didn't even get an A? Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't even listen in class? Like, would you like that?
I think that's what I think private schools like.
Yeah.
I think I think you get bullied if you're not doing well. I think it's a different set of like what priorities.
Values
That's my
are
mental
different.
image of it.
Yeah.
That if you're like whereas like a normal school, it's more like, all right, fucking whatever you swat.
Yeah.
Trying too hard was uncool.
How did you do in school?
A's across the board.
Oh, shit.
A, 4 B's, 5 C's.
Damn.
I got an A, 4 B's, 5 C's. I did all right.
That's
I wasn't
all right,
good. I did like if I liked it, I tried.
Yeah.
And then if I wasn't into it, I was a real pain in the arse and caused trouble.
I got all Fs. I think I got 1 C in drama. And the rest all Fs, all E's. And then I had to lie to get into college.
I did that.
You lied to get into college?
Because I'd already been, and I said I hadn't. Because they were like, yeah, this will be $5,000. I was like, oh, I've never been here before. And they were like, okay. Gave me it for free.
That
We
is
watching, that
jokes.
didn't happen.
That's hilarious. Well, did you study twice? Why'd you go back twice?
Because
You mean uni though, don't you? Not college.
no college. So I did well in school, got
Yeah.
to A levels and just fucked about.
Oh, okay.
Oh
He
right.
tried to kick me out to sixth form, but I was like, I don't want to. I just want to save my mates. I messed about. Went to uni by accident because he let me in on a clearing.
Clearing. To do
I went to
engineering.
do engineering. I hate maths. I hate anything to do with science.
That's not something you just fall into.
No.
Like engineering.
Literally, because we both fucked it. So we spent the day like ringing the clearing officers where they're just trying to get rid of like
Yeah.
places on the course, and they were like, "Yeah, we've got you one here. You're gonna be an engineer." And he was like, "Yeah, cool, sign me up."
It was for me
I'm
mum.
f-
It was for mum. I got into uni. That's all I did it for. It wasn't for me. And then I got to Christmas and I was like, this is shit.
Well, you're gonna study, son. Don't worry about that.
Literally. And then I was like, I got to 24 and I was like, right, I want to go back to uni now. Because I fucked my A-levels up and clearing wasn't working. I had to go back to college for the year
Oh,
to get me A-levels.
Get your points in that.
And then properly get into uni and then I graduated.
Yeah, I remember like I went back to uni at 24 and I was too fucking old.
Yeah.
Like I went there and I remember I lived in dorms and I must be about 23.
Oh shit, you actually did.
Yeah, I did. I just because I applied so late and it was the only place I could find and so I lived
busy.
and I remember it was just a bunch of like it was a bunch of like 19-year-olds saying like, "Hey, you ever done a bong before?" It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It was fucking horrible, man.
Did you, so when I went back and the 18-year-olds go, let's go out, I was like, I've done that.
Yeah, facts.
Did you just fuck it off and do
Oh
your
yeah,
work? That's what I did,
yeah. I fucked off the whole thing. Yeah, I flopped out of uni too. I went uni with your boy. What's his name? Stephen Tries.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah, I was in the same class as Stephen Tries.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Salford.
Yeah.
Media and performance or something like that.
Yeah. I did it for a year and I dropped out.
Yeah, I dropped out of uni after a week.
Nice.
Like, I did fairly well at school. I did fuck around a little bit. The most trouble I ever got in was when I graffitied the wardrobes in Colomendy.
There you go. What? It's one of Adam's classic stories.
I've never told
What
this
did you write?
I wrote "Peg leg's gonna get you" because there was chat that the campus we were on Colomendy was haunted by a pirate called Peg leg. Yeah, one leg, and everyone was we were in year 4, so everyone was genuinely terrified of this guy. And me mate dared me to write "Peg leg's gonna get you" in the wardrobes that were already heavily graffitied, and I did it, and I was grassed up.
What? Someone snitched?
Yeah, because the teachers found like, this is fresh pen. This is fresh. Who's done this? And then someone grassed me up.
And it's
So
windy.
there was a game of footy on the last day of the trip where everyone was playing, like it was like a 25-a-side game for the whole school.
Yeah.
And I wasn't allowed to play in the game. I had to go and wash the wardrobes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Snitching.
I'd love to go back to uni.
But now,
It's one of my daydreams. If this all just collapses and I'm sorted financially, to just go back to uni full time.
do you know what?
I'm not. I know we're meant to be doing it for bits, but I do think about it quite often.
Can go back to uni?
Would you try?
Can't now.
Why?
Because we're going to Amsterdam, get it booked. I can't do it now. I'm just saying when this implodes.
I still lived a life when I was at uni.
Yeah, I think about it.
What would you study?
Politics.
I'd probably go through clearing, engineering. This one's for Cosmo.
What would you study? Genuinely, if you could pick. You know what it is as well, but you're refusing to say it.
I think it'd be like one of those combo degrees where you don't get bored because it's all one. I think it'd be like social policy, history, politics, and interpretive dance. just to liven up like
Just
one
do
of the
it then.
afternoons.
Yeah.
Do it then.
I think it'd be quite fun.
Yeah, uni was great. I loved uni.
Yeah, but not at 43.
No, I was 24. I couldn't have imagined it at 43 because I'm not.
I
There
mean,
was
you
older
felt too
people.
old at 24.
Yeah, but I think you should go. I think it could be kind of like, remember like them old school 90s movies where this guy thinks it's all over and he goes back.
A 3-year Patreon special where I get a
the
degree.
ultimate Patreon special.
Your
Dan goes to
graduation.
uni.
Imagine your graduation.
There was people around
Have you
your
seen-
age in my class.
We'd have millions in
What's the film with Robin Williams? Is it Jack?
flubber.
No, it's Jack. Is it Jack where he's at his high school graduation and he's
He's like a grown
89
man.
years
Yeah.
old? It's flubber, sorry.
It's great.
Yeah,
film,
Dan,
by
there was
the way.
people older than you in my class and
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but it's why you're here.
And they've always had excuses.
I'm going in halls, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm doing it properly.
You're back on the beat,
Got
Fem.
2 kids and a wife.
I know, but I'll see him in the
Where's
weekends.
Daddy?
Dan's
He's in
on the
uni.
molly.
I'd love you to go back to uni.
All right, cool. Well, this is getting some
Why don't
momentum
you do a
behind it.
part-time uni degree?
Yeah.
The Open University.
Oh, that's not where I want to go.
Have you got qualifications?
What do you mean?
Would you be able to get into university?
Yeah, I got in university twice.
At a certain age, they just go, come on. Like, they're not
Genuinely,
checking
that's the
points.
truth, though, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
a lot of mature students, it isn't like what qualifications you've got. It's like you
Experience.
defo want to come in.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it?
I used
They
to
just
have-
assume you're
I
older
used to have
than natural
mums in my class
qualifications.
who were like, I can't come in this week. I've got the kids, and they give them a week extension on their stuff. They'd be like, yeah, do
parents,
it.
mate, to get away with fucking murder.
Oh, you
All,
never-
the most privileged people on the planet. Parents.
So now it's just where I'm going because I've got my eye on Harvard.
Uni of Liverpool,
Yeah.
please.
Harvard or Uni of
I'd
Liverpool.
love you to do that. That'd make me so happy.
What about Bristol? That seems like a good party town.
Yeah. I'm into my drum and bass.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I
Jungle
went to a drum and bass night in 2003. So
I reckon you could get into Edge Hill.
great.
I reckon you'd smash it as well.
All right, cool. Well, I said it to be a dick, but let's pause for thought.
I'd love that.
I'm going to
Like
go
I'm
for a
actually
break and
really
I go on
planning this.
Newcastle.
We'll do your UCAS for you.
Oh my God.
We'll drive you there on your first day, drop you off with your lamps and that. Go on, son.
Lamps and that.
Yeah, you take lamps.
You've got to take a plant, haven't you, that you kill in the first 6 weeks.
Go. Yeah.
I managed to kill a cheese plant, by the way.
Aren't you like immortal?
Yeah. I bought a cheese plant for my bedroom to make sure it had plenty of oxygen in the room.
What's a cheese plant?
It's like big, thick, like
It
it
grows
looks like
cheddar.
cheese,
Right.
as in like the line. Yeah.
I've
think cheese comes from?
I've never. All right, yeah. Plant. Yeah.
Idiot.
I'm going to go and study agriculture.
They're basically impossible to kill, and mine was so dead.
When you welded it off the fucking balcony.
Have you ever watered it?
I didn't think you had to.
Ever. Just
He kept it in the sauna.
Spray its leaves with a little spray
It
bottle.
says it was an indoor plant, and it doesn't rain indoors.
yeah,
so
you meant to water it. That's why.
Oh, God.
But it's like having a pet and going like, well, it's an indoor pet, so that you don't have to feed them.
You
Yeah, of
don't
course.
rain on it, do you?
Well, no, but you got to feed it.
Yeah, it can't make its own food.
Look, as it turns out, Jamali, you were right, but like no one told me this. The
What do
fella
you-
in
what do you think
B&Q
is gonna-
just sold me it
what do you think-
and let me crack on with my life. Like I look like some sort of gardener.
What do you think is going to pop out the plant plot and to go fill itself up?
I just thought it was just set for life. I thought it was just going to chill.
What does it look like right now? Is it gone?
It's in the garden.
Oh, so we'll come back then? It will come
I
back.
just threw it in the garden.
He's
you
not,
didn't-
he's
you
not
threw it
planted it in the garden.
I put it near the other trees, so it's with its people.
It's near the bin.
Bring it back. It'll come back.
No, it's dead. It's dead.
It's awful. I've got a monsteria in my house called Patrick. Because it's a monster like off American Psycho.
Nice.
Is that a plant?
Yeah, Patrick.
You can't have plants and shit, mate. You've got international travel.
Who, me?
You've got-
I ain't got
you're
that.
touring everywhere.
I've got one plant and it's gone, bro. Like, and I ain't even trying no more to try and keep it alive. That shit's gone.
Are you still living in London?
Yeah. I ain't
Like
moving
you're like from what I see online, because I haven't seen you for ages, but
Yeah,
it just
years.
seems like you're just never in one place for more than
Nah,
5 minutes.
I've been away this year about 4 months. 4 months out this year. 5 months out this year.
So half the time you're just not here.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I think I'm going to wind down with that.
You were saying this before.
Yeah, I'm not 22 anymore, man.
Yeah.
My knees hurt. You know, and as well as like when I go on tour, I don't live healthy. I don't ever pick the salad option.
Yeah.
Like when I went to America, I think I put on like about a stone.
Yeah.
Like
Easily
I
done
eat
though.
so much shit when I'm on the road.
Do you ever do like beach holidays? Or is it you always have to be seen doing shit? No? Not into that?
Nah, I don't like that. I my brain can't switch off
Right, yeah.
just to sit there and be hot for a bit. Like I'm going Asia in November, and I might go one day on the beach. But I think I'll just get bored.
What's ticking in your brain? Just stand up ideas,
Everything.
stuff.
Like I just sit there and I'd be like, I should be doing something.
With your
Yeah,
stand up,
I am a bit
with
like
your
that.
stand up, Jamali, you're dyslexic, dyspraxic.
Yeah.
Are you one like Adam does, just all in your head? You literally
Yeah, I
think
can't
of
write-
it.
I don't write
You
nothing.
don't write nothing.
No, I might like the most I do is like a little note. But then what happens?
Just so it doesn't get lost.
Yeah. But sometimes what happens, I'll write a word down and I'll look at it a couple months later and I'll just say AIDS. And I'm like, what the fuck is that even? What's that got to do with anything?
If I write a note down, especially if you're falling asleep and you go, oh shit, you need to get your eyes on that note again. It's
Yeah.
maybe a few weeks and you can be like, oh, I have no
I
idea
remember
what that is.
I used to write like notes on my hand if I'm doing new material night. And I'm on the train and this girl looked at me. She looked fucking horrified at me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this woman staring at? And I looked down at my hand and it just said, Nazi love. AIDS, pedophiles. Like it just had the most horrific. Just written on my hand.
I did a new material at a gig Carl was running a couple of weeks ago and just like got my phone out towards it. And I was like, I'm just going to go through my notes and see what we've got. And there was just one that said there's an Irish pub in Baghdad. And that was it. that was the whole thing.
You still riffed it. I watched that. It still worked.
No, but I can't. It worked because I was laughing at how stupid having that
Yeah,
note
yeah,
was
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than
It's
it.
not an idea for a country song.
No, I think. I think the bit I was trying to do, which I've tried to do years ago and didn't quite get it, is how like racists in the UK think other people are coming to our country and changing it for their benefit, but in reality, everyone changes to accommodate us because we don't change anything. And like, I was looking for examples of things, and there being an Irish pub in a fucking largely dry country is quite a good example of it. And like Dubai, you can get a roast dinner now. And they went, oh, well, we'll only have alcohol in hotels. So the whole of the city is just hotels. It's about other countries accommodating Westerners rather than it being a country song. It could be a country song. There's an Irish pub in Baghdad. I went there with my dad.
Because to that point, it is horrible that your country's been taken over, sort of like colonialized. But as someone from this country, it's nice I can get a roast dinner in Dubai. It's all right, like being on this side of it, you know, it's like, as bad as it is, I might as well enjoy the spoils.
Yeah.
Totally. And you can get most places in the world and go, I don't know how to say this. And they'll go, I tell you what, I'll just talk in your language. I've got it. We've all learned it.
Yeah.
The first time we went abroad together to Berlin, that blew my mind. That like all this, like, because I hadn't been abroad since I was a really young kid, and all of the signs being, I know what you're about to bring up, all of the signs being in German and then in English, it just felt like they'd done it just for me.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't bothered to learn anything.
I thought that in Dublin, it's Irish first and English. That must piss so many Irish people off.
They got
Yeah, but it's massively English.
No, I know, but still, it was like, that's our language, innit? And I get it, we're close, but...
in French, Montreal. I went Montreal, and everything's like French is just a little bit bigger than the English. And it's someone explained to me that basically there was like a terrorist group, or like want to be separate from of the rest of Canada, and they're French speakers, and they like kidnap politicians, blew up stuff, and what they got from it is that the French is a little bit bigger. That was like the big win.
That's
is that the
quite
French,
a climb
yeah,
down,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Like French writing's a tad bigger than the English writing.
That doesn't feel like the bloodshed was worth it. Time for an interval.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Dan Nightingale from the Have a Word podcast that you're watching right now. Do us a favour, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on socials at Have a Word Pod. Just share everything. Be a good egg. Get it out there. Back to the episode. I'm sure it's a belter. Now, Jamali, you're a fucking phenomenal comic. You're going on tour in March.
Yep.
Tickets available.
On my website, www.jamalimaddix.com. And March. And about 3 months I'll be on tour. Like I'll be on tour for the 3 months. So yeah, I've got dates all over the
A month of that Slovenia, but
A month for that. A month for that.
the music country.
Yeah, but I'll be up and down the country. So yeah.
And then you're going to tape that. That's the plan, innit? For a special.
I'm gonna tape it. I'm gonna do my first
Mad
one.
that you've never dropped a special.
Never done a special. I filmed that bare stand up. Cause when I did that Hate Thy Neighbor show, I must have filmed over 3 hours of stand up for that show. But yeah, I never filmed a special. So it'll be my first one. I'm looking forward to it though.
You could not. I mean, if you wanted to, you could knock out quite a few specials, I imagine, with old stuff.
Yeah,
Or you're just not into that?
But do you know, someone said that to me, and I had some old tapes of my stuff, and I listened back to it, and it was fucking bad, man. Or there's like some bits of stuff that I just, like, because obviously with comedy, I don't always say stuff I believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of the fun of it. I don't believe it. But there's some stuff that I really...
Times have changed.
Yeah. There's some stuff when you listen back to it, you go, fuck, man. Like even in 5 years ago, it was some stuff even where now I listen to it and I go, fuck, I don't think I would even... I think I would do that now. But yeah, I didn't want to do the old stuff. I kind of wanted to do if I put out something, I want it to be the best of where I am now, as opposed to like old stuff from before. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I want it to be like an honest depiction of where I'm at now in terms of...
We've got a question about stand-up.
yeah.
Daniel Lawrence says, I hear you guys talking about stand-up loads and it's made me really interested in it. Something that confuses me is the difference between comparing and doing a set. Like it keeps being mentioned that Dan is a great MC, but I've seen Adam do it and he was class. Aren't all good comics good compares?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Do you MC, Jamali?
I've MC'd. I've been doing comedy fucking nearly 10 years, and I've probably MC'd like 6 times. Like I always, like I can do crowd work. Like I'm pretty good at crowd work, but I can't make everyone my mate. And I feel like that's one of the good things about being a compere is like, hey, how you doing? Like I'm the type of guy, what the fuck you look like? I can't.
Oh, so you can do the crowd work, which I think is what he means. He means like I've seen people work in the crowd,
but I'm not friendly. I don't think my act is like I'm a. Do you know what I mean? I think it's sort of like you like me despite what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that's where I work. But so I can't do this whole thing of like hey, what do you do? I don't. I'll be like, yeah, fucking.
You don't give a shit.
Nah, I can't do it, man. And I feel like, especially there's a difference you see with America and here is the MC is the newest person who has been doing comedy like
in
6 months. Yeah. It's not really respected.
Totally
as it
functional.
Be.
You're like, it's the worst job on the bill. You're the last in.
Yeah, but in England, it's quite a respected position to be the compere.
It's often the second best paid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the best paid. Sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs, they pay the headliner the same as the opener, really.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's no, as well as I don't think the headliner exists here because
the headliner doesn't have to sell tickets here,
No.
is the thing. In the clubs, it's like, you're getting paid for the club set. It's a mixed bill, whatever.
Yeah.
You're the closer, aren't you, really?
Yeah, you're the closer of the night. It's kind of unspoken headliner. Like normally it is the more experienced person closes, I guess.
Oh, I know. It's a wonky bill when the best act of the night isn't closing. When you've been, I have compared a lot, and if for some reason someone's doubling and oh god, two half bill where it's only 2 acts, and the person who should be headlining has to fuck off somewhere else, and it's the weirdest thing because it's not like the crowd don't like the second person, but it just feels imbalanced.
It's meant to grow, isn't it?
When someone's there's meant to be a crescendo, not a fucking what?
Yeah. Do you when you started MCing, did you want to be an MC? Because a lot of people I know that like started MCing. Some people really don't want to MC, and some people love and wanted to be the MC.
Do you know what? I just wanted gigs.
You just wanted gigs.
I wanted gigs, and I saw a way of getting stage time.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. And also, I suppose I can be friendly, and I like the best compare I've ever seen. Like continuously, every time I've seen it was Mark Olver, who ended up moving away from the circuit and doing like TV warm up.
Yeah.
But he really gave a shit. You could tell.
Yeah.
And I can do that. And I'm not trying to be the anti-comic way you like fucking people over or just don't give a shit. But I've seen it done brilliantly by guys like that, and you can tell he's in these conversations, and he isn't looking for the next funny. He's actually enjoying learning about people,
and he's also setting up the night.
Setting up
Like
the night,
he is setting you
selfless
up.
as well.
Yeah.
I just wanted stage time. I just saw a way of getting gigs.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I do think that's the difference he's missing. Now, like, I've had great gigs comparing, I have, but I've also had like fine ones because I'm sort of in the middle of you two probably in that like I can turn it on a little bit and be everyone's mate, but I don't really want to. It's not like my first instinct is to be that, but I can if that's my job for the night. But the job of the compere really is to sort of smash it and make it playable for the acts.
Yeah.
And I think a really good compere is able to do both of them to an equal level.
Yeah.
And I just can't.
The one thing that
that.
gave me the fear to MC for years is I did a gig in, it was in Berlin. I was doing like some show where it was me, Fern Brady, Sean McLaughlin, and Alfie Brown went around Europe. And we did gigs in Europe, right? And each
That's
night.
a really good lineup
Yeah,
as well.
and one of us would MC the night, and then in the show, the person who headlined was the person that we showed the set of and all that, right? So we did the show in Berlin, and it's my turn to MC. And I've gone up, and I'm doing all right. And there's this really old man with this really young guy in the crowd. And I go, what's going on here? And he goes, it's just my friend. And I'm like, what? Why would a young guy hang out with an old man? Like, this makes no fucking sense.
This is coming back on me badly.
Everybody, but everybody is clocking what's going on, except I think he's paid for his time. But I haven't clocked this. So I'm just like, well, what's going on?
Just keep going.
I won't let it go. And then I've died so fucking hard. But the problem is I've got to come back. Yeah. So I've come off stage, brought on Fern, she's killed. I come on back, die. Bring on Sean, he's killing. I've come off that. Like, it's just, and it was just, I felt that thing of, I have to go back. And I could tell they didn't want me back. They wanted me to leave, but I had to.
Yeah.
I had to do time.
It's so
job
hard
too.
when you're riffing on stage, it's comparing, and you go, well, you know, it's often the first thing that comes into your head.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how quickly that can go. Mate, I asked, and this is recently, I got in a conversation and someone mentioned a disability, and I was talking more than I was thinking. And I went, oh, you don't look like you've got a disability. What disability you got? Like it was a fucking, like it was a job. Like, oh, really? You're a fucking, you sell computers. What's your favorite computer? Oh, you got a disability. What disability? I was like, as I said it, and the crowd, they were on side, but you could see them go, Dan, are you new at this?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I did a Zoom gig during like a corporate during lockdown, and I'm not say that bit, but there was the guy who ran the company had this big black eye. And I said, well, how do you get the black eye? And I made some hack joke. Oh, your wife drinking Stella, some rubbish. And he went, no, I've got, I just had a tumor removed. and everyone, that's like the boss. And I went, okay then.
And he just frozen and pretend to scream.
I've only got 25 minutes left. Like, I mean, it was just like, that was opening. And it was just, but I can't not, it's just because the thing is it's risk and reward, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the risk is to ask why. And it could fall badly. But the reward could have been, he said something and I could have riffed on that for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and
I know. And also, we're comics, so when we're doing these stories, it's way funnier to tell the one that was cringy and bad.
Yeah.
Like you come and say like 10 examples of when you were fucking brilliantly witty and clever. That's not the fun retell, is
of
it?
course not.
Who do you watch? Who's your heroes comedy wise? Who are the guys that you go to as like the people that you love watching?
When I was young, when I first started watching comedy, I always watched the American guys because comedy on TV, even though I understood it and I understand what they were saying, it didn't connect with me because it was mostly old white dudes that were on the so I just didn't, the heart wasn't in it for me. So I watched like the Dave Chappelle's, the Eddie Murphys. Like my auntie had all of the pirate DVDs of all the Def Jams, all like the Bruce, all these like really American black comics. And then I got a little bit older and then I thought I was smarter than I was. So I sort of was into like Bill Hicks. You know what I mean? Because I thought I was really into that sort of like counterculture stuff. And then like, as I got older, and it was sort of like the Bill Burrs, Louis C.K.'s, and then Patrice O'Neill was probably one of the, I think probably the best.
Yeah.
Patrice gets a lot of mentions, doesn't he? Like,
I think he's the best, probably. Like,
I think if we'd got more of him, I think that would have become
Yeah.
I think the fact we only got one full special from him
Yeah.
means that it's hard to make a because he hasn't got like this huge catalogue of work, but what is there is just
even a half an hour.
I
special
also
makes
think
it
his death was a massive loss for podcasting as well,
Yeah.
which never really gets mentioned because he was awesome on Opie and Anthony. But Like he died just as podcasts were really getting
and he
going,
would have been
and
great
he
for that,
could have
yeah.
had one of the monster ones.
Yeah. But I watch a lot of British guys. I like the Stuart Lees and all of that. Like I watched.
Yeah.
I just like especially when I started, I just wanted to consume all of it.
Yeah.
And there was a couple guys that were like Doug Stanhope's Word of Mouth special. I remember I was watching that at uni, and I used to watch it really, and I fucking was so miserable. And that special was just so like it just kind of was for me perfect. Yeah. And I just enjoyed that so much. And but yeah, like so sort of like the ones
He's
that
the only
everyone
guest we've ever had that I've we've had some big guests on,
Yeah.
and I got a little bit like, I went, can I have a selfie?
Yeah. Because he used to.
'Cause he's a
like
fucking hero.
Yeah, and it's just like there was like to this day. There's like when he did his best work, like his best. He's still great now, but when he did those like sort of Word of Mouth, Deadbeat Hero, all of that stuff, like, there's not a lot of guys touching that, man. Like there was no one doing stuff like that where it was sort of these really open-minded ideas and kind of liberal in some ways, and then also dark and fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
everything. It's just a
Bleak,
shock value
brilliant.
to make a great point, and it was just fucking great
The
stuff.
story about sort of helping his mum to die at the end
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
whole push is
yeah.
just so creative,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
awful and funny, and
Let's do some.
Ooh, it's Room 102.
Room 102. So have you got, I mean, I don't know where we came up with the idea, Jamali, but have you got anything you would like to banish for the rest of time?
Do you know what's funny is when because they told me about this, and I was like, I'm not really a grumpy guy, and I realized I had so many to do, and like 'cause people call me grumpy, and I don't think I'm that grumpy, and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking miserable actually, like I'm a miserable fucking bastard. This is the one, and it's like something that's really been grinding. So sorry if it doesn't make sense straight out of my mouth, but it's something I feel more than I can articulate. Is the sort of the way we view aeroplane travel. Like the idea that the air host is the safety person. It's not. If this plane crashes, we're fucking dying. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, I'd rather you just gave me sandwich. Because they say it before. They're not just here for your comfort. They're here for your safety. I don't want the safety. Just give me the comfort. And I don't like that we call the guy flying the plane the captain. He's not a fucking captain. He's really, we're flying to Zante. You're an Uber driver, really. Really. Do you know what I mean? And it's sort of the idea that it's like, this is all proper important job. It's just give me my, and leave me alone.
it's
Like
to make people feel like they're in safer hands than they are.
Yeah.
Because there isn't, and all the little things that they do, I think, are to add to the idea of security. When they're like, oh, put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
And your tray table has to be up for landing. It's like,
Oh,
why?
the blind on the
Yeah.
window
Oh,
is
that's
the one.
the
it's stupid, but
Do you
it's
know
just,
why? So they can see if there's a fire on the wing. That's all
what
it
the
is.
window
yeah,
has to
but
be
guess
open
what?
for.
Smell it. But you know, it's not even just that, because and I understand, but it's the authority they think they have over me. I'm a customer.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to be unsafe, that's my fucking
The
business.
worst is the toilet. We're landing, or you can't go for a shit. Why?
Yeah,
You can't look. If I want to go into the toilet, I'll do a poo. You can't stop me.
I went.
doing a poo.
I was on a flight and the seatbelt light was on, but I need to take a piss, so I've just got up, and one of the air hosts is in the toilet, so I'm waiting, and she's come out of the toilet and says you can't use the toilet, and I've gone, but you was just in the toilet, and she goes, yeah, but I'm trained. I'm like, trained in what? What the fuck are you on
Pissing
about?
with zero gravity.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, and so I just thought,
Sorry,
like,
Jamali,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
pause there. Piss them into zero gravity,
So if the plane dipped horrifically,
yeah,
and they
which is a lot of gravity.
but in the plane,
Getting confused with space, then, aren't you?
no, you can
I'm gonna ride with Dan on this. I get the
if
bit
you
he's trying
dip
to do.
quick enough,
Yeah.
I think everything
It does,
goes
because
up,
that's
doesn't
when
it?
they do the astronauts training, they do it in a plane where and for a couple seconds you will float if you go down really fast, is what he's talking
I just
about.
need a shit. I'll just sit on the toilet.
I mean, the shit's going all over the place.
yeah.
That's the problem.
Doesn't want me anyway.
But
Do you,
yeah,
reckon- do you think if planes were a new thing now, it would just all be electronic and those people would just be serving you like on a train?
why?
I'm just saying, just like I think
a
it's
video?
because in the past they didn't have like a video to show people.
Yeah.
They had to have people do it, and it's just become the thing.
It's true.
Yeah, but I don't think the technology is there for it to be robots.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Oh.
now, if airplanes were invented tomorrow,
Yeah.
it would be a video on a screen.
Well, it is with
I get what you're
fly
saying.
wing.
It is on the big planes because they're so huge, isn't it? It
Well,
is
I
just
Turn
a
the
bit-
tellies off.
I hear what you
have to
mean,
watch it.
but yeah, well, I guess the invention of planes is why 9/11 did happen, but it's because, but it's 9/11 is the reason why we all got to do this
I wonder
now.
what they would have done if there was no planes that day.
Get a boat.
Yeah.
What, sail a boat into the World Trade Center?
See, I'll call a boat guy captain, but I'm not calling you fucking captain. You're not a captain.
But
Like,
again, it's
and
the same
like-
thing. No, I'm not calling him a captain either.
Yeah, but they always
He's
just
a
try
boat
and-
driver.
Have they
like-
not rose to the rank of captain? Have they not earned the...
Yeah, no, but they've been in the army, guys.
No, but yeah.
They've gone from pilot, they've gone from student, learn to fly, and now you're a captain. Who are you, Gaddafi? No, like you gotta like
Earn it.
earn that stripe.
There's a colonel flying the fucking
Yeah,
plane.
but it's just like I feel as if like the idea, and it's like they take everything so seriously. Like they go, oh, if something happens, they go, we gotta see what the captain says. Why? Who the fuck is this guy like that?
He's flying the plane. Don't distract him.
Yeah, I just don't. I think the whole. I just want to be left alone. So I think the minutiae of how we fly now should be in the bin.
I agree.
Just a
Makes
grown-up airlines.
Yeah.
Where you just none of that shit.
Let me vape on the plane. What's the issue?
I actually agree with you. Also, on those big planes where it is the screen, I should be able to say no. When it's like, oh, here's the safety demonstration, you got to watch it on your screen, and it cancels whatever you're watching.
Yeah.
And then puts an advert on as well.
Yeah, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, and we're donating every bit of
Yeah.
spare change we collect to the children in the Antarctic who've lost their fucking fellas. Like, it's so annoying.
Done the other day
orphans
from
of
Dublin.
Antarctica.
On the way home from Dublin, the pilot went, hello, we just gonna have the safety. You must remove your headphones.
Yeah, was that, I don't.
Why?
They have to take them out of my
They're
ears.
doing it all.
Yeah.
What have you
And
done?
I seen it on the way here. Been here for 2 days. I remember it.
And if the plane crashes, everyone forgets and no one cares anyway.
you're
No one's
running,
where's
you're
me whistle?
screaming.
You're dead.
But you won't be able to find your whistle in the ocean. That'll be on you.
Yeah, like a whistle's gonna help if I'm in the middle of the like I'm in the middle of the ocean. I'm just gonna be blowing on my
Who
little
is that?
fucking
Who's the
whistle.
comedian? He does the helicopter noise. Who is it?
Pablo Francisco.
He's like the people are going, people in the sky in a helicopter looking for people in the. Like, you're like,
The whistle's in case you find him somewhere to play volleyball, innit?
you're the
For
ref.
the referee.
Nice if you see a fit girl drowning, you want to be
Who
able
is
to like catcall them. I reckon that's going in. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
vote. It's going in.
Absolutely.
That's in.
All right.
Have you got anything else, Jamali?
Yeah. Another thing I fucking hate is weddings on Zooms.
What?
You know, people show
that a
their
thing?
Yeah. So people, what they do is they'll say, "We've got a wedding. We're not inviting it." So it'll be different scenarios. It all started from COVID.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like we got a wedding, but we're not inviting a lot of people, but we're sending a Zoom link. Or we go, there's a wedding, it's overseas, but we're sending a Zoom link. And I've been sent like 3 Zoom. I'm not watching your fucking wedding on Zoom.
Madness.
Number one. And also, if you don't love me enough that you want me, I don't want to be there. But if I love you enough, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go to your wedding. I would put weddings in there, but that's a whole long debate. I don't want to go to your wedding. I think the idea of making me come somewhere just because you two like each other is dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's, and you want to like each other so much, you want to be together forever. That's your business.
Carl's having 3 weddings.
Yeah, it's mad.
2.
You're mad.
Have you lost one of them?
What's the third one?
I thought you were having a real one,
Yeah.
the Venice one, and then a Liverpool one.
Are you married?
No, I'm getting married in Tuscany next year. And then
I
we're
thought you were having a
another one.
decoy one.
No, we're having 2 weddings.
Are you going to send
There's a
Zoom?
party
I'm
on
going
the
to that
same
one as
day. Oh, sorry, you meant the party. The party's on the same day as the official one.
Wasn't, though.
No, it wasn't, no.
So there was 3.
Technically.
Jamali, everything you hate, he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, apart from he's not sending out a Zoom link.
Yeah. And
But I'm just basically going to everyone in love. Hey, do you want to come and have a boss time in Italy?
but if the people that can't make it, you're not providing a Zoom link for them.
No.
Okay, good. You're a reasonable man.
I mean, not fuck all of them.
I reckon the reception would be quite fun to watch on Zoom.
See, I just think
Just
I
people getting absolutely wankered.
think that's kind of pervy.
Yeah.
You'd watch
voyeuristic.
that?
No, I wouldn't watch it. But
No,
it'd
but
be
it's the way
more
you-
fun than the wedding. Like the actual wedding services are boring. Whereas
Yeah.
at least if you're seeing like I don't know someone's
Watch me
auntie
mates have a
absolutely
party in a
leathered.
country that I can't afford to go to.
What, Jamali, what do you think about people who don't get invited to their weddings, complain, then get invited, and then say no anyway?
No, I agree with that. I like that vibe.
That's done.
I like that vibe. I'm petty. Like I'm.
Oh, did you
I'm-
tell him?
Yeah.
He got the invite and he can't go. Or does he
Yeah.
want to go?
Good for you, man. Like if I wasn't good enough for the first round,
Thank you, mate.
I want you to
Thank
be
you.
like, you know what? We've moved stuff around.
Hey.
You see how my feelings are hurt?
Yeah.
You're inconvenienced
You know what
now.
that late invite's not gonna fix? My pride.
Yeah. I should have been first round. That's mad.
Are you not coming to Thomas Green's wedding?
It wasn't. No, this wasn't me. This was a friend of ours.
A friend. Nah, he's
yeah.
a snake, man.
Yeah. Well-known snake Thomas Green.
No, he is the minister at my wedding.
Nah,
He's
you're-
marrying me.
Okay, that's cool.
Thomas Green invited all of us to his wedding apart from Dan. And then we mentioned it on pod and Dan kicked off, so Thomas sent him an invite and he said, no, fuck off.
Yeah, good. I agree with you. I completely agree
Hey,
with you.
can I piggyback onto Jamali's? It's a Christmas fucking weddings. What are we doing? Let me have my fucking Christmas. It's in the gooch. Thomas is a lovely guy.
I'll be honest with you,
Nice
I 100% agree with you. Like, I'm really happy that I get to go to Thomas's wedding. I'm happy that I was part of the original invite crew. I'm happy with all of it. It's going to be lovely. I'm really excited. I cannot believe you're doing it in between Christmas and New Year.
Because it's
You
cold.
stupid Australian cunt.
It's cold.
Yeah, it is wild.
That is just
Is he? I thought he was New Zealand.
right in the middle.
Aussie. Yeah,
It's the day where you do fuck all.
It's my mum's birthday as well. It's one of the worst things ever. Not my mum's birthday.
Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. But it is a bad time to
2 days in London. Christmas week.
Cheap.
Oh, yeah, the hotels are
I reckon that's going in as well. Should we do some from the
Thomas
listeners?
Green's wedding's in room 102.
Oh, no. I'd never do that to Fat Bev. Aaron says, here's a room 102 for you guys. Man bags.
No.
Whether you're on
Adam
holiday
bought one
or
today.
out with the lads,
got one, man.
you do not need a fucking man bag. Just have pockets.
Adam bought one on Saturday.
Yeah, and it's class. They're great. I can't wait to start using it when I remember where it is.
I take mine everywhere.
Yeah.
Why can't we have bags?
I have my backpack. I always have my backpack with me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's excessive, though, isn't it? It's too much.
No, it's not heavy, and I can put loads in if I want. I can
What
put
have you
a
got?
little in if I
What are you rocking? Man bag every day. This is your everydayer, is it?
Every
like
day I got
GQ.
phone chargers, zoo. I got another pair of glasses, sunglasses, vapes. I got like 6 vapes in here,
Nice.
and I got like
Can't keep all that in his pockets, can he? Also, my pockets
600
get
euros.
bulky.
Yeah. I like to have nothing in my pocket.
Yeah?
Especially when you've got nice pants on, you've got like your keys and...
Yeah, this isn't going in. I'm thinking about getting like a satchel bag, mate, for everyday use.
a satchel.
Brown leather.
Yeah?
No one's
Nice.
backing
You're
you
gonna
on
like a really stylish postman.
Nice. I'm going back to uni. He's going back to Victorian school.
that. No one's
He's gonna
backing
have a little
satchel.
hula hoop with a
Chalkboard.
stick.
Yeah.
None of us...
You'll end up with a satchel 6 months after me.
None of us in here are backing you with a satchel, mate.
You fucking will. When I turn up here with me snazzy new satchel.
Smart, that. Aces.
I'm interested to see who the guy Adam Rowe's turning into. Because he's talking about
out there.
satchels, cowboy hats.
I think you met him last week in Nashville, mate.
No one's stopping him, and I want to know what he's turning into, man. Something's changing.
I'm just becoming who I was always meant to be.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
society told me I couldn't be.
I respect that.
Brad Norcup says, room 102, cat owners. Why is it acceptable that your pet is let loose on the neighbourhood every night to shit in other people's gardens and kill all the local birds?
Where do you live?
It's Ted Bundy,
Oh, we've
wasn't
got a cat. No, we've got a cat shitter. I haven't got a Ted Bundy shit on my lawn. I don't think. I've got a,
Someone let Ted Bundy out.
it? I've got a cat, but he's a house cat.
yeah,
And he poos in the garden.
and you feed him.
I feed him, yeah, and water him.
So I thought, it's just, isn't the whole thing with buying a cat that you're like, yeah, I kind of like pets, but I just want to do fuck all.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
pretty,
the cat loves you when he wants.
that's easy.
I don't think cats are any worse than foxes. And we don't say like, well, let's get rid of all the foxes. Like
A lot of people do say that, actually.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Let's
yeah.
hunt the cats.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking
Have you
class.
seen the news from Argentina this week?
Liam Payne.
Yeah.
Well, they
Let me
still
just
work.
check my Argentinian news app.
Liam Payne's still dead.
Wow. The first
That's
ever
a good bit.
fox dog hybrid.
You say that made it worse.
Yeah, that's a good bit. I was excited to see where that went.
This is the news from Argentina. Never mind that. What about this fucking fox dog hybrid? Which is a great car.
The first ever fox dog hybrid's been born and found. Look at this. Brazil, sorry.
Oh, shit.
What? Oh, so a dog fucked a fox?
Looks like.
Well, it's just a dog with big ears.
Can I
It's a
see it?
fox dog.
Says who?
The government.
The Brazilian government.
That's a fox dog. Oh, it is then.
Can I have a
said
look,
that?
Adam?
Did they
It
make
actually
it?
is. They've done a DNA test on it and it's half dog, half fox.
God, Brazil's kicking off. Show Jamali.
Yeah, man,
That's a
keeping it
fox dog.
secret.
That's a Brazilian government fox dog.
I don't know if I believe that. Can foxes actually breed with dogs though?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I know you keep pushing. I get it. It's a dog with big ears. I get that, but
Can we check the? Is this?
Yeah.
This is a
the
fact.
first ever confirmed dog-fox hybrid known as a dog ixum was discovered in Brazil after being hit by a car and taken to a vet. Scientists determined that she was a half and half hybrid, with her mother being a pampas fox and her father being a domestic dog. This unique animal displayed a mix of dog and fox characteristics such as pointy ears, thick and wiry and long fur, and a thin snout. Scientists believe she may be capable of reproducing, making a historic instance of a fox and dog breeding.
I like that. I like dogs just be fucking.
Yeah.
A dog's is like, fox, fuck it, I'm fucking it.
It was discovered in Brazil during 2021. So the news just from Brazil via Argentina. That's why it's taken so long. You know, that's how they do the news.
The news out of Argentina about Brazil.
That's what you do all the time. I give you a fact, you doubt it. You find like that it's a little bit older than I thought it was, and then you're like, "Oh, stupid you, Adam." But I was right. Dog foxes are real.
Like whatever.
By the
When I
penny.
disagree with you, Adam, it doesn't stop you thinking you're right. It's just a fucking little meander around, and you're still like, "No, shut up, I'm right." Oliver Brooks says the person who takes the drum to a football game.
Yes.
Put him in room 102.
Straight in. Absolute fucking Bolton Wanderers
There's one
fan,
at
mate.
Wigan. Do. Shut up. Even when they're getting beat, just shoot them in the head. Have you seen that they hide them behind poles, though?
The people.
Yeah.
Lucas
Otherwise, they
Fabianski.
would start doing it when people were through on goal
Oh,
to
right.
put them off. So they're not allowed to see the match. So they're not actually watching the match. They're just
They put
there.
Robert Lewandowski in front of them.
Yeah. How'd you get a drum in? You can't get a bottle of lager in. How'd you get a drum in?
Ask.
In your top.
Oh, right. Is it a club sanctioned drum?
Yeah.
Right.
But they
Right.
put them so they can't see the match, so they can't start putting the players off when they're throwing goal and stuff.
But can't someone say, now drummer?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similarly, the things that people spin round, the clacker
Wait,
things.
so I don't watch football, but there's a guy who goes to the football game and he's such a fan that he won't even watch the game.
Yeah.
He just wants to drum. I feel like he likes drumming more than football.
Yeah, you can
He's
do
just
it
a
anywhere.
drummer. He doesn't like
Yeah.
football at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are weird then.
I went to a football game in Ukraine once, and I was interviewing like the hooligans, like the Nazi hooligans and that, and they got their own stand, and they like have meetings with the club and they like the ultras, and they're like lighting flares, and there's one bit they're all fighting each other and hitting each other with chairs and shit. And what's funny is so this side's the family side, and there's people filming the game. It happens so often, no one even looks. Like none of the family or none of the cameras go, fuck, there's a riot happening. Everyone just goes, yeah, that's just what they do. And they're just letting off fireworks. Yeah, no one even notices.
So you're not bothered about football and you've ended up at a fucking Ukrainian
football.
derby.
Yeah.
What a
Went to that
mad
game.
first game.
Yeah.
You know when you did those shows and you confronted with people like that who
Yeah.
obviously everything they sort of believe says that they're not going to like you. How terrifying was that going into these meetings?
Yeah, you realize that if you have a camera,
Yeah. It's all right.
yeah, they're fine. There's only been a couple situations that were mad sticky. Were like the White Power Music Festival, and probably when I went Israel, just because it was quite tensions. And this was years ago. This was before the conflict now, but it was like tensions were happening then.
Yeah.
But there's only 2 times. The rest of it, and that wasn't the Israel one. Wasn't nothing to do with the people we're interviewing. It was just the thing happening. It was just daily life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was there any way you were nervous about going, or were you like, let's just see how it goes?
No, not now. I look back on it. I wouldn't do any of it now.
Oh, really?
No.
What happened at
That's
the
fucking
music
stupid.
festival? What did something like happen, or was it just?
Yeah, I was there, and these 2 guys, and there was a voice over the tannoy. Because there was this guy, I saw this guy, and he was just covered in blood. His whole face covered in blood, and I said, "What happened?" He goes, "Someone stabbed him in the head." And then all you heard over the tannoy is someone said something in Ukrainian, and I asked the translator. I said, "What did they say?" And they said, "Everyone put away your knives." And there was this guy, and he had this big fucking knife, and he was just going fucking like that with it. And he heard the voiceover, and he just went, "Oh," put away. He was having such a laugh. He was just going fucking like stabbing the air, and they said, "Put away your knives," and he just went, "Oh," put away. And, yeah. But that's like being like there, and I'm in the middle of the mosh pit, and everyone's like sig hailing and shit, and it was like that was when I was like, I'm dumb, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That was not fun, but I laugh. It was good times.
Shall we leave it at that, boys? Should we call it a pod?
I think so.
It's been a belter, Jamali. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I had a great time.
And we'll see you again in 3 years after you've stopped ignoring us.
Yeah.
I'll WhatsApp you next time. We'll get this
Yeah.
done fucking sooner, mate.
Sweet.
Jamali Maddix, all over social media, on tour next year.
Can you still see the Vice stuff? Is it still
No, I've
available?
got a new show out.
All right.
I've got a new documentary out called Follow the Leader. And in these episodes, I meet alleged cult who pray to guns. I meet pedophile hunters in America. I did a passport.
Like the people who get people like behind an Asda.
Yeah. I did that in America. Like I went on like hunts and that with them, like nonce hunting, and then
doing that, you might get to meet Freddie Quinn one day. That'd be class, wouldn't it?
and imagine that. It's a friend I recognise Freddie Quinn, and I was like, do I pretend? Do I act like I actually don't know who he is? Hey Jamali, what's up? And I'm like, yeah. It's fun, yeah. And then the other one I did was how can I not remember this? I did Passport Bros. Oh, I did Prison Gangs in Chicago.
Sick.
And I forget that.
So good.
Yeah,
Class.
Street
So
Gangs.
where and when can
That's
people...
on You and Dave, but we're trying to. It's online somewhere. Stream You and Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
Class.
This goes out Saturday, doesn't it? And then Monday.
Yes.
My stand-up special is going to be released on Friday, the 8th of November, 12 p.m. on the Have a Word YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you are, please. And do us a favour when it comes out, watch it and share absolutely everything you see about it. It is the best produced stand-up special that YouTube has ever seen. There's never been a stand-up special with this level of production on it that's gone straight to YouTube. I'm so proud of it. We did try and shop it to a couple of streamers. We didn't get what we wanted in reply, so we're putting it out ourselves. The job that Will has done on it is absolutely unbelievable. The job that Martin, our sound tech, has done on it is absolutely unbelievable. The audiences were unbelievable. I had a really good set. The graphics that Alex Cowley's done for me to help promote it, absolutely spot on. And the amount of work and money that's gone into this, I just want as many people to see it as possible. So share the clips, get the link to the YouTube once it goes out, put it in your family WhatsApp groups, put it in your work WhatsApp groups, tell as many people as you can for us, and let's get this some serious numbers and let these streamers know that next time they should be giving us some money for something like this.
Preach.
Song?
Who's it by, Finn?
This is by Meet Arthur, as in like nice to meet you. It's their tune Heavenly. Also, if you're watching on Saturday and you're a patron, my gig's on tonight. And if you're in Liverpool, come down. There's a few tickets left on the door.
I'll be there.
Got a gig on.
Yeah.
You going, Dan?
I've got the kids. Boxing.
I'm Bath and Loader.
Shit, just me then.
That's all right.
Do you want to do the meet?
No.
They're not doing it? No.
Oh, they'll be gutted.
Hi, we're Meet Arthur. This is our debut single, Heavenly. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Don't worry, the wombats are on in a bit.
See you in a bit.